Athenor. Our home. Our ruin. We could not see, no, refused to see the beauty that lay before us, blinded by our rage and greed. So we fight. It's all we know. To preserve what little we have. To save us from ourselves. We cannot afford to fail.
What is going on, everybody, and welcome to week 4 here at the Arena of Valor non-pro tournament. My name is Parla and I will be your stage host and interviewer for today. We've seen 3 weeks already of amazing competition, and that will no doubt continue today. We have Germany versus Spain from our 6 teams around the world that will be competing for a share of $100,000. I can't wait to see what happens. We've descended once again onto the historic esports city of Katowice, Poland. And now let's head over to Rene and our guys on the desk.
Thanks, Paul. Welcome to the desk once again. It's week 4 of the Arena of Valor non-pro tournament. My name is still Rene, but I didn't change from last week. But my guest changed once again, so with me with Zach and Navajo. Hopefully I did that. Navaja. Hopefully I did that correctly. I try my best, guys. I'm sorry. It's great to have you here.
Yeah, it's really great to be here, and I am really enjoying this non-pro tournament.
Yeah, it's a really good experience for us. We are really hyped, and we think that we can destroy Germany today.
Oh, bold statement at the beginning of our show already. Like, they went for that way. Like, we can destroy Germany. Of course, that's the big challenge here. Germany didn't lost a single match so far. They played in week 3, so they're returning this week. Back then, they played against the UK. They won 2-0, took both matches there, but better watch the recap. What a story week 3 was. Amazing games. We saw the longest games in our NPT history so far, over 30 minutes on the internet celebrity matchup. You guys, you want to stop Germany because they have been the first team to win a whole weekend. They went home with 6 points. That's a tough challenge, right?
Yeah, it's true that Germany have a really good team. Probably they have the best jungler in Europe, I think. But maybe now they are overconfident. We trust in our guys. They are really good. They practice all the days, and maybe we can surprise Germany, I think.
Yes, I think if Spain continue playing how they want and how they are playing in trainings, and they can win this match.
I heard that you guys are playing with your NP team before, so you, like the Internet Celebrity team, against your non-pro team. How did that turn out to play against, like, you're representing the same country, you're trying to score the same points. How was that to play against your own guys?
Well, it was strange because the pro team, not the influencer team, the pro team destroyed us. Really easy, like 8 minutes of match. But it was very good for us. Look there, how they play, team fight. Was a really good experience for training for today.
Yeah, it's important that they are professional players and they can teach a lot of things for the influencers team.
Now that we have more content around Arena of Valor, around the NPT, since this is week 4, so we had 3 weeks already, did you guys watch the previous matches? Do you try to read your opponent?
I watched maybe not all, but a lot of them. We tried to surprise with some strategy against Germany, but maybe it works or maybe not.
That's right. I mean, that's true. It might work, it might not work. But I'm always in for surprises. That's good. What's not a surprise will be the format, because obviously it's always the same. But in case you're not familiar with it yet, Parla will explain it.
Thank you very much, Renee. In fact, before we get into the format, we have something very, very special. We have a giveaway. You probably know by now, Arena of Valor is a MOBA on the mobile phone, and we are giving away 3 iPhone 8s, but also a brand spanking new iPhone X. So it's a perfect chance to get involved and start playing the game. All you need to do is keep an eye on the lower thirds on the screen, and the entry details will be there. Get involved, and of course, if you haven't already, do not forget this game is completely free, and if you have your smartphone lying around, go and download it right now. Trust me, it's a lot of fun. Moving on to the format, we can talk about how these guys have got where they are now and exactly what's been happening in the competition so far. As we know, we have 6 teams: Germany, France, Italy, Spain, the UK, and Sweden. Each of these teams, these countries I should say, is split into 2 teams. One is the NPT team, the non-pro team. These are essentially guys that are trying their best to become professional in this burgeoning esports scene. And of course, there is $100,000 on the line for them. On the other side, we have our internet celebrity influencer teams for each of those countries. They also score to the overall scoreboard, and so the scores from both teams will result in the final tally that we get at the end. But as already mentioned, that prize pool will only be going to our NPT contestants. It's very exciting stuff, and as already mentioned, today we have Germany versus Spain. Now, why is that even more interesting than what originally has sounded? Because if we take a look at our scoreboard, we can see Germany are at the very top with 12 points, and Spain are at the bottom with just 3, drawing with the UK. In the middle, on 6 points, it's France, Italy, and Sweden. And so this scoreboard, I think, tells quite an interesting tale. I would say today is a bit of a David and Goliath moment. I've been speaking to the guys backstage and in general with everybody involved in the project, and there is a lot of pressure on this German team because they are very, very highly thought of. Spain, potentially our underdogs here. I mean, I like an underdog story. Do you? Rene, only time will tell what happens, and I can't wait to get these things underway.
We all know that one day Goliath needs to fall. It might happen today with Spain trying to get them. But before that, you guys need to know when we play what. And we'll obviously start with the non-pro teams facing each other. It's Spain versus Germany. Then we bring you all the highlights. That's the second segment of our shows from the matches that have been played, not in the arena, but have been played online. And then we head over to the internet celebrity match. You know, YouTubers, content creators, streamers, they're all here from both countries trying to fight for the 3 points. Because air is getting thinner for everyone. Not for Germany, they're through. We have to say that, they're on DreamHack already, they're qualified. But for you guys, it's about a lot of stuff right now.
Yeah, but we have few matches. I think German finished today the competition. We have today the opportunity to beat Germany, and the next week versus French, I think. We play another match, and we can win today, both matches, and the next week too.
But for that, you first need to win both matches.
Yeah, we need to win. We need to win.
Let's talk a bit about Arena of Valor in general. We all know mobile gaming, for most people, that's like, oh, it's casual gaming. But we all know casual gaming can turn into professional gaming as soon as you head into competition. How is it for you guys? Like, did you start it with just treating it casual and then realizing, like, you're a master, so you put in a lot of time in the game. Is it now for you professional stuff?
Well, I'm trying to do it, but I'm a streamer and YouTuber, so I don't have really time for practice and be a professional player. But I think it's important to try to enjoy and then try to be professional. But at first you need to enjoy the game and just playing.
I mean, we all know you don't need to be a professional to actually enjoy professional tournaments. Let's be honest, most people watching football, they don't play football on a semi-pro or pro level. Does it give a good base for your streams that this game is easily available for everyone because everyone has a smartphone?
Yes, everyone can play this, and it's really good because a lot of people can make content and make teams with his friends and play together in anywhere with the mobile phone.
Yeah, for me it's a really good game. I think it's more the conversion within casual player to professional player is more easier than other games because you have ranks, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, master, and you can discover talent with the ranks. And by other way, it's a really good game for casual and for streams because you play one match, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, okay, another one, another 30 minutes, oh, 2 hours playing, okay. You can play in the bathroom, you can play in the bus, you can play in the car. It's a really good game for that.
Yeah, the career part is clearly visible with all the ranks, but you guys said you will win both games. So give me at least, before we head into game one, you saw the NP team playing, you said you lost against them because they have been so strong. What is their biggest strength?
From Germany?
No, from your team, Team Spain.
Okay, well, I think they are good players, and they are trying to enjoy playing. So they are a group of friends, and they have started playing together. And I think this is the most important thing for a competitive team.
Yeah, like Navaya said, it's like being a professional eSport team, but you can be too a family in a professional eSport team, and this is very important in all the competitions and in all the eSports mobile games or not mobile games.
Is it the team feeling that would take down the big streak Team Germany build up so far with winning every single match? We'll find out today, at least for this week, but for that we need teams on the arena, you all know that, so please welcome today's teams.
I think Arena Valor is like a new game, like for us in Europe. I think it's getting really big now.
Arena Valor is a pretty nice game. It's fast compared to other mobile games. Communication implemented in the game is already pretty nice.
So I think the tournament's going really good for us so far. We got like every point we can get, and we're already qualified for the remake. The experience we got from the first game was just simple to be like, not being so nervous on the stage, keep calm and just be yourself, just be like at home, feel like at home, and that's like the best thing that can happen.
Yeah, we played last week already in Katowice. I think we might have a little more experience compared to the Spanish players because we already know how the stage works. Focus on our strategies, and so far it worked out.
I believe we will win this game also. We just want all the points, so I think we can make it.
Enter to the stage, NPT Germany. Their first player is the Eastern Han Warlord, Hakai. Player 2, their jungler, the Mystery Man, Dark Breaker. Up next, it's the mid laner, the unit, the engine, V8. There's no doubt you won't forget Mr. Memorized. And then finally, you can't get by without support. It's Bobby Cart. This is Team Germany.
Representing Spain is a really good experience because I think every player wants to represent his country. I think we can surprise the Germans because they win everything, but I think they are feeling overconfident and we can take advantage of this. Playing offline, you can feel a little bit more nervous, but you have to be more confident, you have to trust more in yourself and play as best as you can.
The tournament for us is starting like a dream. We are a team that we are friends. We have a lot of confidence, a lot of respect, and try to learn more of Poland. We don't know this country, and we are interested to do live this experience in the max possible. With respect and confidence of all our members of our team, we'll do a great game. I think we will win. We will win.
Enter the stage, NPT Spain. Starting with their carry from Madrid is Jadinho. And supporting their carry, of course, it's Happy. Up next, we have the Batman himself, Lil. Fourth, their mid laner, the jewel in the crown, Ray Zero. And finally, the Spanish beast, the top laner, the crest main, Chiquitin. This, everybody, is Team Spain.
In the arena, everyone on stage. But there's a fun story about Chiquitin, right? I mean, I heard that he actually came by bus instead of taking a plane.
Yeah, one of them has phobia to plane and took a bus and come here in bus. But the bus had Wi-Fi, so he could train all the travel.
Oh, that's actually a good strategy here, like taking the
perfect.
bus to have more time to actually practice. Does it have an impact that you travel that long? Like it's 2 days. Everyone else came here, like normally the flights take around 2 hours in Europe to get here. Do you think it could potentially have an impact on his performance?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. It's a small travel. It's not a long haul flight, so you can come play. Yeah, the same day. You can come and play the same day, and it's not a problem. I think, just for me, maybe.
Just for you, but yeah, he took the bus. That's all right. I like that story. Just like someone is taking a bus trip from Madrid to Katowice. Better get the next bus ready as soon as they head over to Sweden, if they qualify, because that might even take a bit longer than the trip to Katowice. You guys know every week we send them on team building, and we know that Germany, for example, this week has a new stand-in. They don't brought low fire, they brought in V8 instead. So did you see last week's team building, which was cooking? Wasn't the best probably. Everyone said it tasted really, really good. I'm just happy that I had catering, I said that back then. But for this week, we decided to actually pace up a bit, get them hyped for the game and get them racing for the points. That's why they went karting.
So today we were driving karts in Katowice. It was really fun for us, just amazing. I made the first qualifiers, like every team also like separated, and then the second qualifiers, and the best 3 of every team had to like challenge everyone.
When I took the jacket, I see that with our Spanish emblem, and it's very, very bright. It's an experience never we have done before, and it's very nice.
We tried to memorize the track because it was a really cool track, and it has a lot of corners, and you have to have a lot of careful. And we tried to do as fast as we can and try to speed up the car to the limit.
So in this drive, we learned a lot about the Spanish players. We know how they react, we know how they play, like together in a team, how they are against us. So I think we can like use these experiences against them tomorrow.
A Spanish team is our first time here, but we feel really confident. The German team have been here another week, but we think that's not gonna be good for them because they are gonna go really confident, and we can take advantage of it.
Be careful with the corners, and remember to move your body with the card. Remember, we have to win this. We need to beat them, guys. Come on, come on. We are 20 seconds. Come on.
I think that the best experience we take of that in GAT is it's a good friendship of the team, a good we feel like friends, like doing the same direction, the things, very respect all, and it was very funny to do this experience with them.
Everyone's saying they learned about their opponent while doing karting, and I know that Germany actually won that race, but when I saw that spin on camera, I'm pretty sure the only thing we learned that, first of all, there's no Carlos Sainz in the lineup of the Spanish Arena of Valor team, and there's no Sebastian Vettel on the German side. But we're not here for racing, we're here for playing. Do you think they could really learn something? About they say that, and I get it, it's about the character and everything, but how much can you get out of something like that?
Well, the Spanish team said me before that the German team was really good at karting. So they know this. But about it's very good to the community, to iSport community, Arena of Valor community, that the pro players of the game right now meet other players and can talk with them. I think it's very good for all.
Do you fear an opponent more if you know him, or is it then like let's be honest, it's like the big face, Germany won every match so far, but now they know their opponent. Is it more fear, less fear? Is it easier now?
I don't think it's easier or harder. I think they are people who come here to try to do his best, and they will try to win. I think it's great. They can meet each other and talk and share the Arena of Valor concepts and everything around the game, and enjoy with cards or going out or something like that.
The game is lined up. We're getting closer to finally head into the arena. And I know that you guys said Spain will win this, but give me a score. Like, will it be 2-0, 2-1?
2-1 for Spain. We have to remember that it's a best of 3.
It's a best of 3, yeah.
All can happen in a best of 3.
What about you?
2-0.
2-0. All right. So there are only two options. It either ends 2-0 for Spain or it ends 2-1 for Spain. I can root for Germany. I'm German, so I can say it's probably 2-0 for Germany. Just to get that in, so it's not everyone predicting Spain to win. But I'm interested in what Woody and the Chanton have to say about it.
Thank you, Renee. 2-0 for Spain. Renee, though, going 2-0 for Germany, Woody. Hi, I am in Chatton.
And howdy guys, I'm Woody from Reddit Alpha. What an interesting prediction over there. I think that the fact that we had Spanish casters on the desk kind of led to the fact that they were more inclined to vote that way. But on Twitter, did you also see that? We had 62% of the Twitter voting population saying that the Spaniards were going to win. And you know what I heard backstage? The Spaniards say that the Germans can win at karting, but the Spaniards are going to win at Arena of Valor. What do you think, Chetton?
Oh, well, here it is. It's kind of like a David versus Goliath matchup. Germany dominating the competition, hasn't even lost a single set yet. 12 points. Spain with 3, trying to get into the top 4 to advance to DreamHack, the finals. It's going to be interesting. I'm going to maybe say Spain. I mean, I got to go. I'm a David guy,
right?
You know?
The 2-1,
2-1,
right?
2-1, 2-1. You know, you can't have it be like a 2-0 sweep. You know, the Spaniards, they were confident 2-0.
That's reasonable. That's reasonable. You know, the Germans are on offense right now. They are high and mighty at the very top of the leaderboard with 12 points already. The host said it best, man. There is no way that they aren't going to DreamHack. They've already qualified. This is just the icing on the cake. But hey, if you're on a win streak, Whoever wants to hop off of that? Why would you want to go in anything less but an absolutely dominant position? The Germans are going to be seeking to continue their absolutely oppressive win streak that they've gotten so far. The Spaniards on the ropes, though, definitely need to pull the win off here. Maybe they think that the Germans started to burn out a little bit. You know, they saw them on the karting tracks. If they weren't burning out there, maybe they can finally get an edge on them in the arena here.
Yeah, definitely. And in, the qualifiers that we saw today, Sweden, kind of lost, some matches. So Spain has a golden opportunity here. If they could take 1, maybe 2 games off of Germany, they will set themselves up in prime position to, to get into DreamHack. But here it is. It is kind of like a David versus Goliath. Germany does not want to take the foot off the pedal. They want to make sure they go in hot. Like you said, you don't want to drop a game here, a game there, especially when you have won every single set, that you want to just continue to dominate the competition and make sure that you go in, like you said, undefeated.
Clean sweep, yeah.
Undefeated.
And I think that's a really good point, too. The fact that they both also had offline matches this week and also both won those matches in 2-0 sweeps. They both have the confidence right now. I mean, you heard them talking about it on camera and from the video there. They both think that they're going to win. They need to get this win here for the Spaniards to be able to advance and for the Germans to be able to maintain that pride up at the top. But even just walking out, you saw the very first Spanish player, Judinho, he showed a little bit under his jacket there. He's got the Spanish Takers emblem right next to his art.
That is true. Both these countries, huge country pride. Neither one wants to lose to the opponent. And for Spain, they have to come in confident. They have to make sure that they are at least in the mindset to win this. Because especially when you go up, in any kind of game versus somebody who just is undefeated, like, the king, it's really hard to knock that off. He kind of has that aura around him where, it's almost impossible to beat.
Exactly, but regicide is the name of the game. Whenever you are a hero, you got to claim that mantle, knock the king off of his crown, off of his throne, rather. Dethrone him. Yeah, take his crown. But something else that's really interesting about this matchup overall, the German team qualified, obviously, through a qualification period in order to be able to get here today. They went up against 24 other teams from Germany in order to make it here. And the fact that they were able to stomp through such difficult competition on such a wide field, I got to give them a lot of respect. But there was only one country that had more opponents in their field. Guess which one it was? It was Spain.
Was it Spain?
Yeah, 26 teams in total. So there were 25 opponents for the Spanish Takers team to go up against. And not only did they defeat some really highly skilled teams, Adamantium Overstorm, Esbirros Reactivos, Royal Academy, they also went up against 2 other teams from within their own organization, the Spanish Takers. So they went up against another Spanish Takers team and then finally faced off against the ST Ben Unicorns in the grand finals. It was a 3-1 match score for them there. The same as the German team, in fact. They only dropped 1 game in the entire qualifier period.
Yeah, that's what you got to be. If you're going to want to be the best team in your country, you have to show dominance, especially throughout the qualifiers, that you want to represent your country and that you can. These matchups that happen beforehand, the qualifiers to get here, they're grueling. A lot of these teams, especially in this non-pro tournament, they're trying to make a name for themselves. I know in any new game that comes out, the first thing that you want to do, especially if you're an aspiring pro player, is to make a name for yourself, get on a main stage, and get scouted by these top organizations so they can pick you up. And the first step is just the qualification process. You just mentioned great organizations trying to get their teams through. Spanish Takers got through and have 1 team out of their 3, though. That's, one of those things where Germany, what are they going to do? Are they going to go with a team or organization coming into this? Or, are they going to, kind of just freelance it, see what happens after the tournament's done? It's going to be very interesting to see what kind of team plays out. Spanish Takers on the Spanish side, Germany kind of just looking.
Team Royale for the Germans.
Team Royale.
And please bear with us. The match is just about to get underway. We don't want to waste a moment because these teams have got a lot on the line. As I said before, $100,000 prize pool for those who are able to go to DreamHack. And the bulk of it does go to the top 4 teams. It's $2,500 if you get in 5th or 6th place. You don't get an invitation to DreamHack. Nice knowing you.
Nobody wants
See you
to
again. Right. But the top 4 teams get to move on. $10,000 for 4th place even, goes up to 15, 20, and then the maximum grand prize is half of the prize pool, $50,000. We're just about to start our band pick process though in chatting. Here we go.
Yeah, let's, get into the action.
Very soon, we got to get our
soon.
Banzo. So the way that this works is each team gets to choose one hero that is entirely banned from the match. Neither they nor their opponents will get to use it. And Valheim is the team, is the hero that's getting banned from the Germans over here. Looks like Murad coming in from the Spaniards.
Yeah,
that means that the Deutschland team will get to choose first.
Yeah, they do not want to deal with that Murad. He can be one of those lethal picks that when in the right hands could just wipe out your entire team time and time again. But Hakai gonna go with Zephy's for their jungler, I would assume, and that is a strong pick. He has been carrying all week in the online qualifier, the online actually tournament, and he is just completely a dominant hero in the jungle, gets really, really strong towards the late game. And coming in from the Spanish side, we have Violet and Jugnar.
Violet, considered one of the best marksmen in the game. Great pick from the Spaniards over here. She has fantastic mobility skills to run all over the place. And the Germans have responded really quickly. They've got Kresht and Raz over on their side. Raz, a mage, typically hangs out in the mid lane, but he can deal a lot of damage both up close and at range with his abilities.
Yeah, gonna link a Batman and a L'Oreal. So Batman trying to go with the early game jungler to counter the Zephyrs, maybe try to keep him down, not be able to snowball into the late game. And the Lu Bu.
Batman and the Joker. We've got a classic matchup here. The marksman pick from the Deutschland team will be the Joker. And it looks like there is going to be some classic DC action finalizing their picks here, and it looks like that'll be it. I believe we've got Mina on the right-hand side for the Spaniards as the final hero chosen.
Yeah, taking it as the tank. So that's going to be the tank of the Spanish team. Got a lot of, with the Jugnar, going to be very interesting to see how they want to play this. Probably a little bit, towards the early game to not really have, the Lu Bu, the Kresht, and the Zyphes kind of just snowball out of control. Zephyrs, though, going to be trying to look for some early game, hopefully just survivability. Batman, one of those champions in the jungle, need to get ahead early. That is what his goal is. And I think the Spanish team are going to try to get ahead early and then keep the pressure on throughout this entire game.
I like this a lot. We've actually got two of the players going for the Halloween skins, going for that look back. We had a good time in Halloween, right? Where are you at?
Where were we at?
Yeah.
That's a good thing. But let's take a quick rundown of
you were
the
trick-or-treating,
teams.
I know, yeah. But yeah.
We have Lu Bu, Zephyrs, Raz, the Joker, and Kresht coming out for the Germans, and Violet, Mina, Batman, L'Oreal, and Jugnar for the Spanish team. Going to be one of those matchups where the Spanish team is going to try to get ahead early, Woody, and really focus on Batman sniping, in the back lane, Mina getting her taunts off, and definitely the Violet just cleaning up.
And definitely bouncing off what you said earlier for the Spanish team here, having both these big, heavy heroes, Trognar and Mina, both relatively tanky. Trognar going to take more of a support role in this game, even though he's got plenty of hit points to play around with. And it looks like the players have actually not really gone directly into their lanes yet. They're kind of waiting off here more toward the middle. Top and bot still relatively unoccupied. Looks like Joker and Kresht going to finally make it down there for Team Germany. And we'll creep up to the top and see the early action start off here. Golem goes down on the Spaniard side.
Yeah, Batman just clearing out the jungle right now. Not really much goes on right off the bat in these matchups. You need to wait like about a minute and a half, 2 minutes. And then hopefully once the junglers start getting, level 3, level 4, starting to come out the jungle, setting up ganks and some pressure.
Early, a little bit of damage here from the Joker. Fires a rocket over onto the right side bot lane tower. Tries to get a little bit of damage in there, but it looks like not too much of a commitment yet from either team here. Just poking and prodding at the creeps here. A little bit of a contact though. Kresht's going to have to pull back a little bit, pops his shield up here as the Joker continues to try to fire those rockets.
Yes, some just early game trading here. L'Oreal tries to come in on the Raz, misses.
Trades a little bit of mana, but gets some damage off on that Raz. Raz forced to pull back just a little bit over here. Going into the jungle now, Batman decides that he's going to focus on this mid. He's going to come help out Illumia maybe, or no, he's going to
continue the jungle until he gets that level 4, maybe set up a gank after he clears this out. He will be Level 4.
Yep, very important for him to reach level 4, of course, because when you get level 4, you can unlock that ultimate ability, and Batman is a fantastic jungler. Great hit out in the middle, though. Looks like Lumia is in a lot of trouble, pulls back to the tower, and she will barely survive.
Raz just a little bit too late to the action, had to come in, but here we got another fight on the bottom lane. Is Crest gonna go down here? Batman trying to get it! Not gonna be enough. Crest survives the assault.
Aggressive push, but avoiding that first blood. Very important for the German team. They're holding on. The Spaniards almost pulled a coup at the very start of this game.
Hakai just taking a little bit of damage here. Chagnar.
Pulling back just a little bit. He's got the tower to help him out. Not much of a connection for either player there. They're just going to continue farming, trying to get a little bit more experience, reaching level 4, and letting the rest of the creeps do the work.
Happy just hanging out in the bottom lane here.
He's happy. He's happy down there.
He's happy. Waiting for hopefully Team Germany to push up. They just are not going to do that. Kind of just wasting some time here.
Okay, back in the center. Ooh, going down for the Spirit Signal. Very aggressive play by Hakai, trying to get some early advantage here, but the Spanish team is not going to have any of it. Chagnar going in to help, and Lil's going to assist.
Batman coming in from the back. He's going to come in here. Are they going to be able to kill Zephyrs? No, he's going to hold away. And Hakai going down. He's going to die. Is Batman going to get away? Yes, with just a sliver of health, Batman survives. And first blood goes to Team Spain.
Always gets that out. And look at that. Batman 2 levels ahead of the rest of his teammates. Already at 6. Poor Mina up at the top, still just at level 3. Batman has already made a huge start in this game. He's going to have to pull back a little bit, though, and regain some of his hit points. Looks like he's doing that pretty quickly.
Yeah, although first blood was out, there's only a 200 gold differential, 300 gold differential for Team Spain, so they need to continue and try to get this snowball effect to happen. And here comes Zero coming down on the bottom lane. L'Oreal misses, and she's going to have to go back.
Crucial miss there. All 4 of these teammates are working real hard to try to get another kill off of the Germans here. Hiding in the bushes there. Looks like Batman will not engage. Doesn't see the support from his teammates there, and is just going to be able to pull back a little bit here. But the bottom is the key action right now. Going for the Abyssal Dragon. An aggressive play by Germans, trying to force maybe a team fight here. They're looking pretty well positioned, but the Spaniards are coming back in.
Oh, who's going to be able to take this? Who's going to be able to get the Abyssal Dragon? Whoa. Batman steals it, and they're going to just retreat. The Spanish team is trying to retreat, but Batman continuing to get
another one down.
Oh,
He's going on a kill streak. I thought Batman wasn't a criminal, but whoever said that was wrong. He stole the Abyssal Dragon for sure there. V8 forced to pull back, and that's a great early lead for Spain, as the 3-1 score will show their dominance in this game.
Yes, Spain decided to slowly push back, but Germany just overcommitted on that. Batman comes in, takes out the Zephyrs, and just completely assaults the dominance. But the Joker takes down Violet on the bottom lane. The action is insane in this matchup. Germany just continuing to stay alive here, only down 700 gold in the early game.
That truly was the killing joke. We've got Hakai hiding in the center here, Lil right next to him, but he's going to go in for a few stabs. Little does he know that Zero's there to back him up. Darkbreaker moving to support, but it's Chagnar to support the duo up on top. The Spaniards have nothing to fear as they go in for another little few hits off. V8 to support his friends, and it looks like everyone's going to pull back here. No engagement right now.
No, just a little bit of trading towards the middle there. Both teams not wanting to overcommit on that, knowing that there was no real good outcome that could have happened. Tower coming down on the bottom. The Summoner Spell going to nuke down the tower.
Not able to do a whole lot, but the Deutschland team cannot finish it off. I guess the rocket doesn't do any damage to that tower, huh?
No, it does not. But that tower, you know, when it gets stopped from shooting, that ability is very good. Crushed, having that talent, definitely making use of that in the early game. That tower, bottom tower is almost dead. First tower almost going to Germany. With that, they might be ahead in gold.
That's right. Gives a nice little gold and experience bonus to the team. Definitely something that you want to be able to pull up. But hold on, there's about to be 4 heroes for the Spanish side to defend. Happy's running back. Looks like he's fine, but Batman shuts down the Joker as that classic combo has...
You're going down. Crush is going to take a death here. Zephyrs, is he going to go in for the action? Yes, he is. Zero taking a ton of damage, but is he going to survive? That's the question. No, he's not. Zephyrs going to take out that tower, hitting V8. Batman goes down as well, and Germany is going to turn that around, making it a 2-for-1.
Not too shabby. 5-5 is the point score overall right now. Darkbreaker making another very aggressive move for the Abyssal Dragon. Little does he know that Happy is right behind the corner. Going to make a move here. Is he going to be able to go in there? Level 10. Darkbreaker is looking pretty scary. Happy's not really willing to commit just yet. Still down at level 7, but the Abyssal Dragon has been killed. No attempt from the Spaniards to try to steal there.
Yeah, Zephy's takes care of that. That's why the jungle town is so important. And on that, beautifully played. Crushed. Gonna just come here, help in the middle, trying to team up in the middle. 3 players. Joker slowly rotating towards the bottom to save his tower. Violet pushing.
A little bit of a cheeky push up here on top, trying to get a little bit of damage off, but not really committing to that attack. The bottom is where all the action's been happening so far. Judinio at the back, firing a few shots off the sharpshooter Violet, trying to get some kill damage in here, but not finding it just yet. Quillite's healthy on the bottom. The Germans are defending a 3v4 match, but they got the tower to help him out, and chatting.
Yeah, tower's gonna help him out. They are gonna all survive. A little bit of chip from Batman, just trying to whittle him down. There is 4 heroes from the Spanish side on the bottom. Are they gonna peel back? And they are. Batman, L'Oreal, and Mina just gonna walk away from this.
I mean, the damage was oppressive from the Spaniards right off the bat. They got quite a few kills in there, but the Germans have had just consistent plays throughout the rest of the match, and now you see nearly a 2,000 gold lead for the blue team down here on the bottom left. Darkbreaker moving back into the middle lane, looking very nice, up at level 12 already. Starting to get a few stabs in here.
Yes, some of these players getting their items going. Zephy is just slowly starting out with that 4.4k gold. You know, once it starts getting into more of the mid-game, Zephy's is really going to overpower the Batman pick. But Batman getting off the pick here. Is he going to be able to survive? Zephy's going after him. Batman trying to survive with a sliver of health. Is he going to go down? Yes, he is! Beautifully played by Raz, going in.
And the tower falls as well. Great hit indeed by V8. Not healthy at all, but he'll be able to pull back. Grabs a little item for his troubles there. I noticed that Illumia has actually picked up 3 sets of armor. Is that common for a character like her to be stacking so much defense?
Yeah, she's just trying to build her armor items as fast as possible, you know, to stop the ongoing assault that's going to be happening. You know, once, you know, characters start getting a lot of AD, which is attack damage, you know, it starts to become a real big problem if you don't have any armor as one of the frontline units.
Preventing damage on the front, but not really gaining a whole lot of offense at the same time. Looks like Spain has just been holding back most of the game. Haven't torn a tower down yet, while Germany has gotten an Abyssal Dragon kill and 2 towers on top of that. Going for a second Abyssal Dragon now. The Germans have got her down pretty far. Spain finally notices, tries to move in. Will they get a steal? No! Zephy's finishes it off.
No, but they're in a bad position. Spain, are they going to lose the Batman? The Batman dies. Crush so big when he uses his ultimate, and he's going to jump in. He's going to continue the engage. Oh my goodness, Chugnar trying to just peel them back. Is he going to lose his life? No, he just gets out of there, peeling back. Look at that though, did get the Abyssal Dragon, killed the Batman, and now Spain not really looking too strong, already down about 3.8k gold.
A little bit of poke and prod there from the Joker. Keeps on firing those rockets, but not always getting hit. You don't need a hit every time though. If you manage to land a long-range attack like that, you're just happy with whatever damage you're able to pull off. Mid lane is the crucial combat here, though, as Germany tries to take this final outside tower. The outer tower, very important strategically, because it spawns that little health globe right behind it. Very nice to be able to hold on to that. Gives you some support as the battle rages on, but no one really committing here just yet. Looks like the Spaniards will be able to hold on for just a little while. Happy's going to have to pull back, though. He's recalling to get a little bit more hit points.
Yeah, about a little stalemate in the middle of this match, waiting for one mistake to happen from either side. Zero, though. Yeah, Zero's getting chunked down. I mean, if this tower falls, there could be an engagement coming out. Darkbreaker, though, kind of caught. He doesn't, has to ult away. Already used his 1 to get into the blue buff.
And while the Spaniards were distracted, the Germans took the tower down. That's ultimately a bad exchange. Definitely for the Spaniards, they're going to pull back even more. Zero was stacking all that armor, but it's not going to help out at all with all these big magic attacks coming in from Germany. They're going hard on this tower, but it looks like they might not be able to finish it off. All the heroes are weak, though, for the Spaniards.
Zephy's going to come in. Is he going to go after the Chugnar on the tower dive? No, he is not. But the clean up from Germany puts them now ahead almost 6,000 gold, and we're 11 minutes into this game.
What a lead. The tower goes down, and the Germans have got their 5th one on the board, a 12-7 kill score as the Abyssal Dragon respawns. You think they're going to go for a 3rd one down there, or are they just going to keep the pressure up on the core up here?
Well, right now they'll keep going onto the core until all the heroes revive, then peel back and just clear out the jungle. Oh, look at what Germany's doing right now. They're clearing out the jungle. What they're doing is they're starving them of gold. You know, when you're down, you kind of want to just go into your jungle, get a couple of creeps here, get a couple of gold, but just like Germany's doing, clear out the jungle. Your buffs aren't there for you. You know, you don't have your red buff, you don't have your blue buff, which are going to be very crucial. You know, when you're trying to get back into a game, you need all the help you can get.
Check out the Zephy's already at max level 15. Has been gaining so much experience throughout the course of the game, stacking up those kills and helping out a lot in these team fights. Looks like blue and red teams both going toward the top now. I guess Spain's going to try to get a tower down here, thinking that most of the action was in the bottom, going toward the middle. I guess the top is the next logical step for them to take.
Next to go. The one lonely tower left before we start getting into the base. All right, kind of just a stalemate here. Joker just trying to get some chip off.
Got it. Managed to hit Illumi up there on top. Zero. None too happy about it.
Batman gonna just be invisible here, kiting
Another
around.
Force.
The Dark Slayer, though.
He's going for the Dark Slayer. Darkbreaker is whittling him down really fast, but here go the Spaniards. They're making a move in here to try to punish the Germans. Not gonna happen this time, though. Raz is gonna be able to tear apart their tank. Batman goes down, and the Germans have got the 2-kill advantage.
Yeah, there goes Zephy. He's coming down here. Oh, no! Is Crash going to be able to get this kill, or is he going to get peeled off? 3 Spaniards still alive. Is Crash going to go down? He's no longer in his ultimate form. Zero surviving from that shot from Raz. Just doesn't get hit. Chugnar still alive. And just like that, Team Spain getting a little bit of an advantage. You know, they need to get another one of the about 2 more team fights like that, and they'll just be into this game. Can they turn this into some towers to whittle down this goal lead? Yes, they can. Violet going to take the topside tower, but they're only really going to get 1 tower from this.
That was absolutely clutch from Zero. I don't know if you noticed that or not. That was not a single. That was not a double. That was not even a triple, but a quad kill from the mage on the Spanish side, dealing so much damage late game, ramping very well, and keeping the Spaniards in this match.
That he is. Batman going to take the blue, get a little bit of mana regeneration, coming out here, but this is when Batman starts to really fall off a little bit compared to his Zephy's in the jungle. So, I mean, Spain's just going to really need to get the picks. Batman coming out, fakes the engage, and just backs off.
All 10 players right next to each other in the center here. Looks like Spain has the positioning advantage. They're going to go for the Spirit Sentinel first, take him out. Will they go for the Dark Slayer, though? Unlikely with Germany sitting right next to him.
Yeah, it's pretty much going to be whoever wins the next huge team fight is going to then take the Dark Slayer and probably try to end this game. So this next team fight is going to be very crucial, especially 15 minutes into the game. We're kind of now to the mid-late game to where it can end in any time. If you get a really good team fight, the game could be over right after that.
Gold advantage for Germany and the level advantage as well. It looks like only one of them is still level 14. That's Crushed up on top from Bobby Cart. On the other hand, the Spaniards only have 1 level 15. Judinio, the ADC for the Spaniards, getting a lot of damage in, but didn't get any of the kills in the last exchange. We'll see if that'll change up the next time there's a big team fight.
Yes, Spain just kind of moseying around, doesn't really want to take a fight, doesn't want to give up a Dark Slayer though, and here's looking like a fight. Chugnar coming from the back on the flank. Here comes Mina, she's going to come in, she's going to get the taunt. Yeah, Zero's going to come in on the back. L'Oreal going to be putting out a lot of damage. Batman going to take down the Joker, and just like that though, Spain kind of all over the place here. Crushed, trying to survive with his ultimate being popped here. This might not.
Still a 3v3. Crush is going to take down Mina, and that looks like it's going to be an advantage for the Spaniards. 3 players still remain against the Darkbreaker. Zephy's will be the final one to fall. Can he get a kill in the meantime? Yes, looks like he does manage to get 1. 2 Spaniards remain. Are they going to be able to take the Dark Slayer down, though? They're pretty weak.
No, unfortunately, Batman died at the end there, who was their jungler, but they might be able to take this the topside tower. Zero getting a little bit of damage off, but
excellent ace from the Spaniards, though. It seems like they've been doing really well at the team fights. It's just that the Germans have had so much pressure throughout the entire game that there hasn't really been a chance for the Spaniards to catch up. This might be their crucial moment to finally start turning things around, tearing some towers down, and getting back into this game.
Yeah, Germany needs to do a lot more protecting of Joker. He was kind of caught out there, and especially when the enemy team Spain has somebody like a Batman who can just assassinate a Joker without his support or with any other, hero to really protect him. That's what they need to focus on, keeping the Joker alive so he can put out that massive damage. He's a carry for a reason. You got to make sure you protect him, because if he goes down early, you can see Spain easily take another team fight. So far, they're up 2-0 in the big team fights into this match. I don't know how many more Germany can afford to really lose, you know, if they want to continue, you know, their gold lead that they have.
Team fight advantage for the Spaniards, but still, the point board shows that Germany has been ahead in kills overall, being able to peel a hero off of Spain here and there. 17-16 is very close, though, and it looks like this might be the next big engagement. Chognar in the bottom is going to pull back, and looks like maybe not happening just yet. Zero takes a big hit, and we'll be able to recuperate a little bit further back. Yeah, but this mid lane not looking too great.
The big problem with the Spanish team is they wanted to engage there, but that middle tower being there just creates so much problems for you to try to engage, because then all of a sudden you're in tower range taking tower shots if you try to chase any player from the German side. Oh, Chugnar, is he going to get caught out here? Zephy's going right in the action!
Super aggressive initiation from Zephy's in the center here. He's going far down, though. Pops a shield up, though. Looks like Violet's going to get the kill. Zephy's goes down, and it's going to be the advantage for the Spanish team. Joker kills the Batman. There's going to be an empty cell in Arkham Asylum tonight.
Oh, no. Beautifully played from both teams, but it is just a 2-for-2 on this exchange. So nothing really too, you know, catastrophic happened in that. Both teams kind of peeled back after they got their kills. Chugnar, Violet still up, are easily going to be able to clear all these waves and keep their tower alive.
The Germans kind of recognized there, I think, that they weren't really in an advantageous position to finish things off, but the Spanish couldn't really do the same either. They're going to pull back to the defense and try to hold onto this high ground tower. It's not too healthy, though, and once it goes down, that's a big offensive boon for the Germans.
Yeah, and Chugnar gonna just keep on doing
chugging.
Keep on chugging. Keep on chugging. Oh, man.
Memorized, forced to, recall it back. Looks like we'll get into the center of the action here. V8 fires off that bolt, pushing Chognar out of the bush.
I'm just waiting for the Spanish team to start taking some towers here.
Yeah, they're the Spanish takers, aren't they? When are they going to take a tower?
Well, not anytime soon, but they are going to take that Spirit Sentinel, going to give them a little bit of an advantage in this next team fight. It looks like they might be going for the flank here.
Whoa! Going around the Spaniards. Do they even know that they've got 5 heroes headed straight to their high ground tower?
I don't know, but they just lost their tower, and they just do not know what to do. The Spanish team doesn't know what to do! Oh my goodness, Germany on the Nexus, and this is going to be it! That misposition from Spain, not realizing where they were on the map. Germany just pushes up the gut and takes the victory in game 1. That's what Goliaths do. What do you think? I mean, one little mistake from Spain, mispositioning, cost them the game. Germany pushes up the middle, takes the mid tower, pushes into the Nexus.
Ballsy move, but it certainly paid off, and that's the advantage of the positioning and of the sight that you get from knowing where your opponents are and knowing whether or not they're even able to respond. I mean, you certainly never want to dive at the core. If you knew that there were 5 heroes sitting right on top of it, they'd murder you and go on a huge counter assault, but not this time. The Germans knew where the Spaniards were. They got that sneak attack in. Yeah. Nothing to stop that.
The big mistake that the Spaniards made was Batman went over to the Darkslayer. The Spaniards probably had a call. Let's take the Darkslayer really quickly before Germany takes, pushes into our base. Unfortunately, half the team went to the Darkslayer, half the team realized what was happening, that the Germans were pushing in, and by the time the whole entire team got onto the same page, Germany was in their base, killing the Nexus. Game over. Germany going to take game number 1, and that's why that little bit of miscommunication there. You saw the Batman go over to the Darkslayer, and that was the mistake.
I feel like in some ways that might have just been a gambit by the Germans. They might have figured that, you know what, even if we get ganked or even if we get totally torn apart, we still got a lot of towers set up on defense. Even if the Spaniards are able to take the Darkslayer right afterwards, they might have still been able to hold on. But if it works, we win the game. So, I think that it was a fine, aggressive play. The Germans showing that they weren't really that interested in going for the team fight anymore, seeing as the Spaniards were able to womp on them. And basically every big encounter that they had, the Germans just built up a massive force with so much experience, so much gold on their side. The Spaniards never really got a chance to move back. You got any last words in chatting?
No, I don't. That was a crazy game, but you want to know what? I want to hear what Renee thinks about that last match.
1-0 for Germany, but that was close to them missing the first round and maybe even going back to 1-0 for Spain, because that was the first time they were struggling. We saw early on in the game no first blood early, nothing happened, but Germany took a small goal lead. Like, what went wrong on the Spanish side that they went back a bit in the beginning?
Well, I think Spain played a really good early game, but they focus on try to kill the German players, and German players try just farming. They did the Sentinel, they tried to do the first Dragon, but Lille stole it. But well, then objectives I think are more important than kills at early game. But I think it was a really nice game, and Spain could have won this game, but a mistake at 15 level, backdoor, and finish game.
It can happen, but we go back to early game, mid game. Okay. We saw Spain taking the first kills. They had first blood. They made sure that they went above on scoring when it comes to kills, and Germany was more about the objectives, trying to take it. But then Lille actually stole the Abyssal Dragon. Was that the moment the Spanish Armada really lived up to, like, yeah, we got it, we stole it?
Yeah, Spain did a really good early game because they had Batman. Batman has a really good early game in Arena of Valor, and they tried to do that. They tried to focus on bot, kill Joker, and did the Dragon. But they wait. Batman had already 3 or 4 kills in that moment, I don't remember. And they stole the Dragon. In early game, the match looks very good for Spain.
We saw the first 10 minutes passing by without the Spanish team taking any tower. Germany had 2 already, Spain was not able to take 1, but then we had the fight at the Darkslayer. Germany wanted to take Darkslayer. It looked like the turning point for them, taking Darkslayer, finishing the match, but Spain just disrupted it and turned it into 3-1. There was only 1 German alive. That was a good wipe.
Yes, I think German has a really good front lane with that Cephis and Lubu and Crest. But Lauriel is an amazing wizard, and she could win the battle alone. The team fight, that team fight was for Spain because Lauriel is still alive all the team fight, and if you try to make a Dark Slayer on 8-9 minutes is really risk for your team.
We saw that the game was not as fast as the previous German games. So last week they did like 8 minutes, 7 minutes to finish a game. 7 minutes that they were not in control. We saw end of mid game, start of late game. The Spanish team was in control. They won all the team fights. It was really looking good. But then they just missed the team walking through their base.
Yeah.
What was that?
I don't understand why they decided to go to the Dark Slayer while the whole team of German went to the base. Because obviously they are 4, they were 5, and Spain didn't have towers, so they can destroy the base easy. So I don't understand why.
Do you think it was because they thought if they take Darkslayer, they could push again? We saw them after the fight that happened right before that. They wanted to take 2 towers, took 1 because they didn't have the time for more. Joker came back on mid lane. Was it just like get the Darkslayer to get more towers, totally forgetting about their own base?
I think they had to prioritize the towers, and Darkslayer. If you do the Darkslayer, you can finish the game, but you need to do objectives and push the lanes and try to get down the towers, and then if you are sure about where are your enemies, you can do the Darkslayer. But if the enemy are pushing the mid lane, it's a bad idea trying to do the Darkslayer.
We've seen Team Germany for the first time struggling with team fights, not coming out on top, and then going for a sneaky finish to take round number 1 here in our best of 3. We just saw it in the lower third. You guys can still vote on Twitter and Facebook for either Team Germany or Team Spain, so let us know who you think will win. Last week, at exactly this moment, we talked about Batman and Joker becoming free to play, because you might remember yesterday was the launch of the Justice League movie, the new one, and then right after that you had the chance to play Batman and Joker for free for another week, and just to show you that again, here we go.
Sane. Too easy.
Daddy's home.
I am the knight. I am the Batman.
Arena of Valor. Download and play now.
All right, I know you might say, like, what was that about teasing? You didn't show us anything new. Batman and Joker, they're both in the game, and you were able to play them, you were able to buy Joker just gold, everything. We saw him. So where's actually the new stuff? Since I always try to bring new stuff to the show, but there is a new hero joining the Arena of Valor, and of course it has to be DC. We're in those DC weeks. We want more content of the DC comics, so please welcome to the Arena of Valor, Kal-El.
I fight for truth and justice.
First blood. Double kill.
Deeds make
Triple
the man.
kill.
Arena of Valor. Download and play now.
Everyone now thinks that reference might have been too nerdy to say Kal-El, but it's Superman finally joining Arena of Valor, and he will be free to play right after the week of Batman and Joker. So be ready for that. Get onto your accounts, make sure you play that day, and enjoy the new Superman come in. He's the one character everyone was waiting from DC, and you got the chance to finally play it. We know it's 1-0 for Germany versus Spain in our first non-pro matchup today. We're just lining up match 2, but before that, we will hop onto a short break. It's 4 minutes long, so don't go anywhere, don't touch your brother, maybe get a drink and something to eat. See you in a bit. Welcome back to week 4 of the Arena of Valor non-pro tournament. And I love to do this. I love you, Twitch chat, but I actually just mispronounced the word. Of course, I wanted to say don't touch your browser, but I still think the other advice wasn't bad. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Guys, game 1 is done. It's in the books. Germany won. But we saw they were struggling. There is a chance for Spain to win this. How could they do it?
I think they have to play the same. They know how to do try to win in the German team, and just take care, don't do this kind of mistakes.
Better get some rear view mirrors, so next time they're passing the German team, they actually see that. What else could they do differently?
They need to be more confident, because they played very well. They won all team fights in all the match, but they play a little scared, in my opinion, because they don't want to commit a mistake. They don't got objectives, towers, Sentinel, Dragon, Dark Slayer. They need to be more confident on that. Maybe a snowball at the beginning of the match, like the last match. They started very well with Batman, but they need to be more aggressive and more confident.
So is it more about now taking the objectives rather than just concentrating on the kills?
Yes, if they take the objectives or take the kills and then try to take an objective, not take the kills and go back or do their jungle. No, try to get the kills and go on the tower or the dragon or this kind of objectives.
Spanish takers, just take everything. Everything you get, take it. Take yes. The kills, take the tower, take objectives.
Everything.
And most of the time that leads to a win. But it's 1-0, so 2-0 predictions are out now. How will it end?
I say 2-1 for Spain.
2-1 for Spain.
Spanish Armada still confident about them winning, but for that they need to take map 2, and Shanton and Woody are waiting for that.
Renee, I think that's a little biased desk you have over there, but definitely, you know, an interesting teeter-totter, you know, game number 1. Spain got ahead early. Germany came back really, really strong.
Right. Well, I mean, what kind of a question is that, though? It's like, is your team going to lose? I wouldn't be like, oh, yeah, we're going to... No, of course not. We're going to win. We're going to take this thing down. The Spaniards are going to have to go for the reverse sweep, though. This best-of-3 match goes down to whichever team can get 2 on the board first. The lead for Germany means that they can even drop one here and come back to get the win again, but why waste the time, right? Time to get things started. We've got Murad being banned by the Spaniards, who have switched sides there on the blue side now. And over on the right side, what do we got there from Deutschland?
L'Oreal going down as a ban. Both those champions will be globally banned. Heroes will no longer be played in this matchup. Raz coming out. As
very
well as
first
Violet
pick. Are you surprised by that at all?
Not really, because both mid laners love to play Raz as their favorite champion, so maybe they picked it as a high priority pick. But
fair enough.
Zephy's and Violet gonna go over to the Dutch side.
Zephy's was so clutch in that last game. I think probably the single most dominant hero early, especially reaching level 15 before any other hero. And Violet, of course, known for being one of the better marksmen in the game. On the other side, though, 2 heavy dudes for the Spaniards, Grak and Chagnar. They got their tank and support set up. What have the Germans got over there?
They got Zill and Lu Bu. Lu Bu is going to be played once again by Hakai. He loves that champion more than anything. We've seen him dominate, you know, last week, and you know, if you give him that Lu Bu, he is definitely going to perform well. It looks like we have a pick comp coming down with the Grok, you know, coming out for Spain. So Spain's literally just going to wait, get that pick, you know, with the hook of Grok, and then just destroy, you know, one of the German players.
Yeah, execute him preferably. Yeah, that's what Valhein's idea is.
Execute, and then, you know, make it a 5v4 matchup. Interesting team composition by Spain, but you kind of know what they want to do. Just get their picks. Right. You know, kind of what, you know, they didn't do last game where they were the ones getting picked off all game. You know, Germany...
They were getting picked off and picked on. It's hard when you're a Spaniard if you want to force these team fights, but you never get a chance to beat up the bully. The Germans over on the right pick Kresh as their final hero, and we're just about to get into the match here. What's your favorite skin that we see here in chat?
My favorite skin, Halloween Scream Zephy's. That's what I have on mine. It is a phenomenal skin.
He's played last game too. I think I like the pilot from Violet.
The pilot?
The Violet pilot.
The Violet pilot.
Just chewing a little gum, flying away. I think she's in the Royal Air Force. That must be her day job, right?
That must be. That's a great job.
Yeah?
Would you like that job? Do you like to fly?
Do I like to fly? Well, my dad was a pilot, so
there you go.
I love to fly. I've been flying a lot too recently, haven't we? All over the place. Back to Europe now. We are in Katowice, Poland. I hope I pronounced that correctly, but it's the home, of course, of the IEM. So many huge esports tournaments take place here. Let's review once again the heroes chosen by these teams. And chat, what do we got?
Well, for the Spanish side, we got Valheen coming out, Grok, Ari, Raz, and Chagnar.
Switch it up. Lubu, Zephy, Zil, Violet, and Crest, the 5th and final pick for the Germans.
Yeah, going to be a very interesting, positioning is going to have to be very, very key for the Germans. They do not want to get hooked at any cost in this game from a Grak hook, and then the immediate ult from Grak as well, the slows from the Chugnar. Pretty much, if you get hooked in this game as a German player in the mid game, you are going to just fall.
That hook is really deadly, and just for anyone who doesn't know about what it does out there, it's a really long-range attack that is able to pull the hero directly on top of you. Really helpful if you're a melee troop especially. But wow, a really aggressive play from Spain here. They've crossed the side of Germany to go into their jungle and invade. Not holding off in the lanes, but it looks like the Germans will do the same up on the top.
Yeah, so it looks like both jungle invades here. The blue.
The jungle inversion. It's like, why don't you just go to your own jungle? Why do you have to go both take your opponent's jungles?
Oh, man. Well, Zephy's.
Stay on your own side.
Oh, Chugnar going. Wow, look at how much damage already got taken off of Darkbreaker just in one.
And they denied the ability to take that little bug from the Spaniards, defending their jungle over there. No kills yet, though, in chat.
No, pretty much just jungles getting taken for each side. We got Happy and Junino trying to get a little bit of vision on the map.
And they got it. Hey, if you're just sitting around in the mid there, why not just try to pick away?
Oh, the hook from Crack, though.
Nice
not in
start, but
range.
No, just barely out. What? Violet continues to apply the pressure. Almost gets whacked by Valheim, but he couldn't get the finishing blow there. Crushed with the shield on the backside, and she'll recall.
That's going to give a huge advantage now to Happy and Junino on the bottom side. Hopefully they just push. They can take the creep, push it into the tower. Violet now, going to struggle with the level advantage. Let's see what happens at level 4 in the bottom lane. Maybe, Grok might go very, very aggressive, trying to get a hook ult combination, and then you could be looking like a big turnaround, but look at that.
Already see the Spirit Sentinel going down. Looks like Zephy's in the center. They're stabbing out and returning to do a little bit more jungling. It looks like the Spaniards realize that they missed out on that early kill there. Germany pulls a little bit ahead in gold, about 300 ahead right now.
Yep, Valheim. Rock on the bottom.
Just poking in prod, not a whole lot of an interaction there just so far.
Just hanging out.
Waiting to reach level 4. That's when you get your ultimate ability, brother.
I take
going
back
for the big hit.
I take back my skin choice. I think
yeah?
I think Grok is now my favorite skin choice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, that's definitely my favorite skin right now. I mean, you got to see it sometimes to be like, to really appreciate.
Yeah. You want
the quality artwork. The big on the Grok. Hakai in the top lane, just hanging out by himself there. He's kind of lonely, don't you think?
I guess so, but hey, being lonely is not too shabby. If you get to push a lane all by your lonesome without any counter whatsoever, I'd take that most times. I'll tell you what.
Well, I don't think anybody would know that you have a girlfriend from that comment that you just made.
Yeah, I'm pretty lonely, man. It's usually just me hanging out.
Oh, Grok!
Whoa!
Wait, is he going to follow with an ultimate? No, he disengages. Raz going to get picked off, and Zephy's going to go in. Raz going to take...
Happy in trouble, but a die from V8, and that's the first blood. Zil takes it down. Germany gets the first kill, but they're in a very awkward position here. Tower helping defend for the Spaniards, even though they're low on hit points. Looks like they'll be able to hold on here. Was there any pressure in the top lane? Yeah, looks like Lubu's going for a little bit of tower damage as well.
Yeah, that's going to be a nice exchange for the Spanish side. A lot of tower damage on the top. They're already ahead by about 900 gold, and maybe a little bit of difference from match number 1. The Spanish side taking that you know, gold lead. You know, that early game that they had last game in match number 1 that Spain had, they're having again in game number 2. They also had the team fights, but here's the thing, Woody. Can they take the towers? That's one thing they lacked in game number 1, and that's going to be what we're going to have to find out. Are Spain gonna take towers in this matchup?
I think that the unfortunate thing for them in this position, though, is that once again, they're behind gold in the early game. They've even dropped the first kill, and that's not something that even happened in the first game that we saw. It was Spain that was winning the team fights, but Germany just dominant in early games, both 1 and 2. Darkbreaker has once again crossed the mid lane to go jungle on his opponent's side of the field.
Yep, Chugnar gonna just be chugging away.
Looks like Darkbreaker not interested in that exchange. Even though he's got quite a bit of damage, you're in a bad position if your opponents can stack up for a 2-on-1 against you in the jungle.
Yeah, hook coming out from Grak, but just has to disengage.
Tower down!
Looks like a tower dive from Akai, and he's going to get the tower and not even get punished. I mean, a Chugnar, yeah, he's great at, you know, tanking and supporting, but he doesn't really do that much damage. Not really going to be able to kill that.
He needs a friend.
Yeah, he needs a friend.
With this attack on the Abyssal Dragon, very aggressive from the Germans. Looks like 3 of them there are about to get shut down. The Spaniards have come in to help out, but Valheim not looking too healthy at all. Judinho pulls back, but Bobbycard finishes him off. Kresh gets the kill.
Yeah, he's going to survive as well. Ken! Oh! Going down right there, and Zill continuing the pressure. Beautiful hook right there from Happy is not gonna take out Zephy's. He survives with the skin on the back.
He can't keep getting away with it in chatting. Why?
Oh,
Zephy's pulls back again. He's already level 9.
Oh no, Spain.
Look, Happy's at level 5. That's a 4-level differential.
Yeah, while that was all going on, Hakai just moseys along, takes another tower on the top.
Ugh. Another one. This is
kind of what we've been seeing from Germany in the past weeks. Last week they completely dominated, you know, with these quick games. They just end it very, very quickly. Spain got ahead last game. This time, looking like Germany wants to end this one really quick.
This is a nice tower you have there in Shetton.
It's no longer there anymore.
You'd be ashamed if something happened to it. Exactly. That's what Lubu is saying. Finishes off the top 2 in that lane. Pressure has been absolute. Lubu doesn't even know what to do at this point. He's like, well, I've killed the first 2 towers, so I really want to go for the 3rd one. I'm just going to help out my buddies up on top. I think
he's happy.
Back is a
he's happy with this gold. When you keep on pushing like this,
can you steal the golem? Maybe?
Can you steal the golem?
No. Looks like too much defense there.
Okay, they're just going to take the Sage.
Very wise to take the Sage.
Very wise. Violet gonna, okay.
Stab in, fish the tower off, there it goes.
Another tower going down.
The Germans finally getting some more pressure on the bottom, though.
Every single time they, you know, push to take a tower, the Germans that is, they have not been punished for it. Every single time. When Lubu took the top, they actually got a pretty decent team fight on the bottom as well, while their top laner just continued to take, you know, tower after tower.
Oh, super aggressive damage coming in from Violet, the pilot, pulverizing the tower, and with the help of the minions, she'll be able to get a little bit more damage off there. The Spaniards are not defending it at all, they're pulling back! Why are you on retreat when your tower's getting torn apart? I guess there's nothing that they can do at this point. Huge level and gold advantage for the Germans.
Yeah, when you're down 5k gold, 5.5k gold, you feel it, you know what I mean? You definitely feel it. They know they're down by this much. They have to do what they kind of did in the first game, where have amazing team fights, but they're going to need a full 5-0 wipe for them to get back into this game at this point.
Doesn't seem likely, especially this far behind in damage, but we do get a pull on the Darkbreaker. Can't quite get Zephy's back all the way to finish him off, but he brings him down to half hit points at least. The Abyssal Dragon about to go down though. Violet going to be able to solo that thing, but she gets a little bit of help anyways. And why not help out your teammate if she's going to be giving you some golden experience points like that?
That's true. And right now, here it is. Germany, are they going to go right for the Darkslayer? Do they know where Spain is? That's the question.
Very aggressive play. Looks like Darkbreaker's just kind of poking around up here. Hasn't really committed. Nah. Looks like they were positioning to go for it. But yeah, that's a very risky move. The Darkslayer, of course, gives a huge buff that really helps out your damage and regenerative abilities. But your opponents can punish really hard if there aren't a bunch of them finished off or even aced. It's a bad idea to go for him.
Yeah, but they will take the Spirit Sentinel, though. Zephy's going to just solo that. Going to give them a little bit of extra, you know, regeneration. Lil trying to just, you know, get ahead here. Darkbreaker running away.
Yep.
Run away.
Nice call here. Even though he's got plenty of hit points, plenty of level, you know, he's so high in damage. If you get into a fight with Chognar, who has so many hit points and it takes a long time to take him down, if the Spaniards would be able to go up and help him, that would not be a good position at all for Zeffy's to be in.
No, Happy needs to start getting some levels, though. Just got level 9. When we already see a level 13 and 12, Zeffy's and Lu Bu on the German side. Are we going to see a fight here? Is Zeffy's going to go in? No. Oh, that's a hook, though. Is he going to get the ult on Crushed? Yes! Crushed, though, ulting on the tower. Darkbreaker going in as well. V8 coming down. Little Happy getting back. Is Happy going to get taken out? Yes, he is. Lu Bu just sitting in the middle of their team, though.
Not looking like a good position, and I'm actually really impressed by the Spaniards that they were able to even pull it off that well. All really low on hit points and having to pull back to try to get a little bit more. They're going to lose their final outer tower, and it's just the 3 on the high ground that remain now.
Yeah, they did have a 2-for-1 trade, but just they still lost their tower. That's the most important thing at this point. When the gold lead is this much, if you're Germany, you will sacrifice one of your players to get a tower any day of the week. And we're looking at an 8,000 gold lead, Woody.
Ooh, the Spaniards going for the Abyssal Dragon. Aggressive play here, but there's 3 of them on this side, and they might get a chance to stab in here. It looks like the defense from the Germans is not gonna, you know, pressure here. 2v4 is not a good fight, even when you have the gold.
Darkbreaker's coming in, though.
XP advantage. Nah, I think, yeah, Valheim finishes it off. The Spaniards get their first dragon on the board.
Yeah, it's going to help him out a little bit, chipping into the gold lead, but they're going to need a little bit more than that.
Yeah, 6 towers down already, and they haven't gotten a single one of their own. The Spaniards on the ropes. But this is where they want to be, right? They know the entire match that they've been with their backs up against the wall. Now is the time to rally, get another clutch team fight going like they were able to in the first game. That's pretty much the only thing that they could do at this point to turn it around.
Yeah, Chugnar, oh no, he might walk into the death here.
Oh,
Chris,
no!
gonna take care of business. Chugnar in a really bad position, but he is going to get away, just chugging.
Getting out of there just about as fast as he can. The team fight in the back end is not looking good for Spain, though, and unfortunately it looks like they're going to be able to return to their core back in the safe zone here. Try to get a hook in there, but Happy can't quite connect. It's hard to get that thing to hit, man. It's long range, but it isn't going to work out from this time. The Dark Slayer going down is just another snowball in this avalanche for Team Germany.
Yeah, and this might be where they decide to really push. You know, they only need the inner towers left to go. They're going to go into the base, try to get a pick. One good pick here, and they're going to start this team fight. 20% AD, 20% AP. 20% more health.
Something I've noticed about this game compared to the last one, though, is that there's been a lot fewer kills, 3v6 right now, and I think that we were in the double digits at this point in the last game. Darkbreaker going in for a stab on the top high ground tower, though. Very aggressive move. Valheim's going to be able to push him back on the bottom. What's this team fight looking like?
Oh, Mesmerive already dying. It's going to look like a 3v3, though. Still Happy going down. He's taking a ton of damage. Crush just taken away.
Crush crushes him, and that bottom side high ground tower is going to stand, but at what cost? They've been forced to drop the defense up on top, and that Zeffy's, once again, clutch player from Germany, Darkbreaker, is able to tear it down. Only 2 towers remain for the Spaniards.
Yeah, 10,000 gold lead now. If Spain wants to get back into this game, they're gonna need just to team up and pretty much force a team fight. They're getting starved. They can't go into their jungle. They can't leave their base. And at this point, it's you either pressure now or this gold lead just gonna get out of control, Woody.
Can't get out of their base. Can't kill a dragon, can't take down the Dark Slayer. They've just been jailed by the Germans.
Yeah, look at this.
It seems like they've just been imprisoned the whole time. Hakai sitting there just slow, happy to let Lil walk into him, but no, he's going to pull back instead. Bottom lane, pressure from Hakai. He got that he got the top lane tower down. Why not go for the bottom now?
Yeah,
I mean, he's done his job.
They haven't killed a jungle creep in about 3 minutes, and that is forever. Lu Bu just hanging around. They don't know that the red is up yet. Missing the hook. Grak just trying to get a hook to just try to get an ult to kill something. Yeah. But are they going to pressure this tower? I mean, they do have topside creeps.
Go for it. They're all moving in on the bottom side. The pullback from the Spaniards means that they are going to lose their high ground tower, and this team fight is not looking good at all for Team Spain. Left side is going to be a pullback as the enemy super minions are going to be coming out now for the Germans, applying even more pressure, but that's not even going to get a chance to see them. Unfortunately, the core dive is good, and Germany is going to win the 2-0 in this match in Shatton.
The dive on the tower, just too much. When you have that big of a gold lead, it's almost impossible to stop an entire force diving onto your tower, killing the tower, then taking down one hero after another. But that wasn't even one hero after another. That was one hero, then all four. Then four just drop immediately all together. Beautiful team fight coming out from the German side. That's how you close out a game when you have a lot of gold, advantage. Brack missing that hook was more than enough for them to tell each other, we're going in right now, and they applied the pressure.
Zill was an absolutely dominant force for the Germans in that last game. 5 kills, way more than any of the other players in any team, 1 or 2 for the most part there. But the MVP, of course, was Zephy's. Not a single death the entire game at all. The only character that you can say that about. And I think that Lu Bu, I got to give him props for the pressure he put on the lane on top way early in the game before finally closing it out on the bottom.
Yeah, unbelievable plays from that. Zephy's almost died in the beginning of that game. He just survived with like 10% health, but great matches. Germany going to take the 2-0 victory, and I think Renee has something to say about that game.
Yeah, guys, the streak is not ending. Soon we need a new scoreboard because we can't fit the numbers for Germany on it anymore. It's 2-0. Fortunately for you guys, I'm very sorry. I would huck you right now, but then I'm running out of my shots, so I'm not doing that. It was 2-0. The early game, 2 great hooks by the Spanish team. In the first highlights on week 1, we saw the Spanish team and we were talking about the hooks, like, wow, that looks strong. They're really doing that good way, but they couldn't get it. They couldn't get the kills done.
Yes, it's really difficult to kill with Brack before the level 4, because you can make a good hook and take an enemy, but if you don't have a stun or something like that to keep it in this position, he ran and it's difficult to kill. Then I think the early game Germany has played really good, and they took all the objectives. They took the Sentinel, and well, that's a really good difference of gold for them.
After the hooks, we saw Germany taking first blood, and it seems like the Spanish team somewhat missed Hakai on top. It's like, well, it was the first tower that fell. What went wrong there?
Well, at the beginning, like I said in the prediction, 2-0 for Germany. I say that.
I doubt that.
I say that.
Correct.
But I think that Spain couldn't do anything in this match, and I think they lost this match in the match before, because they didn't play well this match.
We saw a lot of backing off even under their own towers. They still had tier 1 tower and the tier 3 tower. They have been in between and then they just gave it up. Was it the right move to make sure they not get wiped, or was it just not confident enough for such a game?
Well, when you have a Lubu top against a Chapner, it's a problem, because Chapner can't stop the push of Lubu, and he can destroy your tower, and you just can roam to other lanes and try to make group, but they snowball taking towers, so it's difficult to fight against that.
What we see on statistics, Darkbreaker didn't die a single time. It was close sometimes, not like he didn't live the risky life, but Spain wasn't able to take him down. 10 minutes into the game, once again, no tower for Spain, but 6 towers on the side of Germany. Is that something you need to talk about with the team? Like, 10 minutes without a tower? I'm silver too, but sometimes I take towers even below 10 minutes.
Yeah, well, like I said, Spain didn't play well. And about Cephis, I think is one of the strongest player in the game. It's an amazing hero. It's just the passive. It's because they didn't die. Because when you had around the 10% of the life, he has a lot of defense, like tons. He can receive tons of damage, and they don't die. So for that reason, he can tank all the time, the whole team of Spain. And well, the jungler of Germany is amazing too.
That is true, and it's still, Germany is on fire. They're keeping everything running for them. Didn't lost that match, so they're still running on never being beaten so far. But Spain, that dream for DreamHack is still alive. They got another match coming up, will be internet celebrities, and of course they had an online match throughout this week, so that might change the rankings a bit, but we got Paula talking to Germany.
Thank you so much, Renee. That is indeed correct. I have almost too many questions for these guys. I promise you I've been bugging all of them already backstage for the entirety of the day because these guys are a wealth of knowledge in terms of Arena of Valor. So why don't we just start things off with Chikitin firstly, commiserations. What are your thoughts about that matchup against Team Germany?
We think you do a great game. We know that there are Team Royale of Germany, the best team of Europe, very difficult to play. We make a lot of strategies to try to win. We think we are near in the first game, winning all team fights, but that's not great. Our idea for them to get in back attack, and that surprised us. And the second game is difficult to defend versus that team, their picks, without low goal.
And Dark, what are your initial thoughts after that matchup in regards to how you guys did against Team Spain?
So the first game was actually pretty tough for us. We didn't expect that the L'Oreal and Mina comp were so strong in the team fights. So we really struggled in the team fights because, I mean, when we forced the Dark Slayer, Mina came and I think she got off like a 4-man ult, and then L'Oreal came and she just went ham and got everyone. So we really had problems to finish the game off, even though we had a gold advantage at the beginning. But we focused and we managed to out-rotate the opponents, and in the end it worked out. And in the second game we decided to ban L'Oreal because she was so strong against us. And this game we managed to snowball the game way better, so we we did our stuff like usual, get the objectives, get the towers, and then snowball. And I mean, when I saw that we had like a 2k gold lead on each player, I knew we could dive them, and it worked out.
Chikitin, before we get into some more general stuff, how did that backdoor happen in the first map?
We didn't think they will do it, because always team fight 5 versus 5. I was always looking to Darkbreaker Cephis, and he is in the buses, but I didn't think they will backdoor in the middle. But we are very disadvantaged of the towers. Only one tower, and I ran with my toner, but it's impossible to take them. Very impossible.
And Dark, do you feel that there is extra pressure, firstly, on your team being at the top of the table, but also, as Chikitin's mentioned, you guys already have a bit of a reputation in Europe, and for you personally, a lot of people say that you're potentially the best jungler in Europe.
Yeah, thanks for that compliment. I think there are, first of all, a lot of good junglers still in Europe that might be even better than me. I wouldn't say that I'm the best in Europe. In the game, I would say that yeah, we managed to do our usual stuff, like get the rotation off, get the towers, get the money income. Yeah.
Yeah, and then final things then, again, like I said before, talking a bit more generally, what would you say to anybody out there watching that's looking to follow in you guys' footsteps?
What will we have to say to them?
Yeah, like to anybody thinking they want to get involved in Arena of Valor, potentially follow it as an esport.
I think the Arena of Valor will be a very great esport game. They have DC, Tencent, and really great, fast movements in the team fights, and it's easy to play to all body. It will be a good future esport.
And Dark, final words from you?
Yeah, I agree with Chikitin. You have to consider, like in Europe, the game is only out for like 2 or 3 months, and right now we're having such a huge tournament already, like inviting 6 nations competing against each other for a prize pool of 100k US dollars. It's amazing, and I would say like next year when Arena of Valor is even out on NA and it's getting even, the game is getting even more bigger, like promoting over like Twitch and other YouTubers. Yeah, I see a lot of potential.
Yeah, I completely agree, guys. And honestly, I could carry on speaking to you for 20, 30 more minutes. However, we do have a show to continue. Just to recap, it is NPT Germany that have won this matchup again 2-0, unfortunately taking out Team Spain. However, you guys still are in for a chance to make it to DreamHack and battle it out for $100,000. That'll be it from us on the stage. Renee, what's going on?
What's going on here? The future is now. Talking about Arena of Valor potentially being an esports game. No, the future's now. We got esports already going on. It's the NPT 2017 over here. Germany takes map number 1, 2 takes match number 1, but there's still a chance for Spain to score 3 points in segment 3 of the show, where we see the internet celebrities taking on guys like Hand of Blood and his friends, more or less, in that matchup later. But for now, you know what is up next. It is the highlights. More games have been played throughout the whole week. We saw UK versus Italy, Sweden versus Germany, and Sweden versus Spain. So you see a lot of potential for changing the whole ranking, but you see all of that right after the break, and I tell you to not touch your browser, just to let you know, guys. We're back for more Arena of Valor action here. The whole day it's just Arena of Valor mobile 5v5 action. We saw Germany taking match number 1 versus Spain, but throughout the week there have been so many games played by all the teams involved in our NPT tournament. You know, it's 6 nations, they're all aiming for DreamHack $100,000 prize money, and Woody and Chantil will bring you all the highlights.
Renee, that's right. There has been online tournament that's been going on. You know, that matters a lot for the standings. And before we get into the, recap videos of this week, a lot really matters in these online just as much as the offline, which is your live in the studio. So everyone matters.
Indeed. We've got a round robin here, right? So all 6 of these countries are going to be playing each of the other 5 countries in the setup here. We're only going to show you 1 of the matches live per week, but we've got recaps to highlight all the best matches that have been going down. The first one that we have to share with you today, the United Kingdom versus Italy.
Ooh, that's going to be a great matchup. Who do you think won that one, Woody? Oh, we were...
Well, we're here to report the news. I'm not going to make any predictions about it.
No predictions! I was like, yeah, that sounds like... Wait, but didn't... I think we know.
Let's take a look.
Oh, man. I think we should.
Italians got Scud as their tank.
Red and Violet going to be cleared off the board for the bands. And let's see how this match played out.
Early on, big push from the Brits on the bottom, trying to get a little bit of damage off here with this 4v3, but they pull back, fearing that the Italians are going to be able to use that positioning advantage.
Yeah, the Italians, though, going to get first blood on that Scud.
Little Jew goes down, and it's going to be another defensive game as the Brits try to pull back again. OMG's Morris takes a little damage here. Scud pulling off a victory, though, as he finishes off Yorn in the back.
Yeah, Italy so far dominating the matchup. Coming in. Oh, my goodness. And Italy.
Yeah, Italy was ahead, but it was a 6-6 matchup at this point. The 6-6 was going to obviously go in Italy's favor, though. They had much more gold at this point and were pressuring very hard. Illuminated to get a kill in there, though, but the defense not holding up. Little Jew pulls back once again. Barely any hit points left, but he survives. What's going on with this Abyssal Dragon?
UK trying to get back into the game, but just so much damage came out from the Italy side. And just like that, UK was not looking good.
Not at all, and towers going down left and right. The Italians put up so much pressure against the Brits in this first game. Zuka defeating his opponent once again, and they've been aced. I think that was just about the end of it. Core wiped out. The ultimate victory for Illumia there.
And Italy took game number 1 in the best of 3.
Game 2 saw no ban from the Brits, but instead Murad was removed over on the Italian side. Take a look at these heroes on screen here.
Once again, Scud, Zephyrs, the combination. Scud played amazing in the first matchup.
Violet, yeah, as well.
Yeah, let's see what happens. Is Scud going to be the MVP once again in match number 2 for the Italians?
Early kill there, yeah. The Brits down 0-3 in the kill game here, trying to go for the Sage Golem, a little bit too aggressive, but it's going to pay off, it seems. Illumia gets the kill over on Alice, and the support having a little bit of difficulty out on the back. They went for the Abyssal Dragon, but not a whole lot left for the Brits to do on defense here. Just a few hit points left for Kaguya, barely escaped there.
Yeah, the Italians were strong in the early game, getting a lot of domination coming out. Crash tried to survive.
Finally a kill for the Brits. Slims put the first one on the board, but a 7-1 deficit for the British team did not look good, as the Italians already had nearly a 3,000 gold lead. Looks like it got to be 3,000 with that last kill.
Yeah, Zephyrs was just too much in this mid-game, coming in, cleaning up the opposition.
Absolutely dominant push there from Zephyrs, and this match did not get any better for the Brits toward the end here. Violet gets another kill, peeling off more of the defensive layer that Britain was trying to put up here, but the Italian very strong. You can see there were 5 towers that they've already taken down and an Abyssal Dragon kill. The Brits hadn't gotten very much early in the game, and the Italians with another Dragon kill. continue that pressure.
Yeah, just like that, Zephy's just dominated all game. Scud just tanking as well. They couldn't get past the front line of this Scud-Zephy's combination that they were coming here. But here's the thing, Scud goes in a little too hard, and he's gonna pay the price as UK showing a little promise. You know, maybe he was able to get back into this game with this beautiful defense, but they did lose the tower.
Yeah, looks like it was a double kill for the Brits, but still could not keep the Italians off their tower. That high ground tower loss meant that there wasn't much for Disrespectful do on the backside. Alice just holding on the best she can, but the support cannot pull off the victory there. Morris pulls out and doesn't even take the loss. Scud survives and continues pressure on the bottom.
Oh man, he's
Finally
gonna try to
pushed
live.
Yeah.
Oh, but
Scud, no, run away! No! What's he doing? He went the wrong way. Couldn't pull it out, but he was so far ahead, it didn't really matter.
Yeah, he's taken out, but UK tried to make the comeback towards the late game, you know, started getting some kills, started getting some picks, you know, started to look a little bit promising, but then the Italians just take care of business. A little bit of life, Zephy stays alive, and then just pressuring the home base.
Wiped that clever smile off of Alice's face. Just the final support once again on the defense here. Telanis took a nice kill, and as the core gets assaulted, the Italians gave the Brits an offer they couldn't refuse. Lose your core, lose the game. And then no alternatives.
No alternatives. 10,000 gold lead Italy had towards the end. Got the victory.
Yeah.
And beautifully played in that entire matchup. That's what happens. But you want to know what? We got another match for you. Sweden versus Germany coming up. Well, let's take a look at that match.
Why don't we do that? Yes, indeed. Murad and Violet band here. The key marksman was removed from play entirely. Looks like Shelby went for Scud. We got a lot of tanky troops here. Crashed as well from Mark. Batman, Telanis, and Illumia over on that lane, and of course a nice lineup as well.
Hakai got his Lubu. It looks like every game he gets his Lubu. Germany, you know, plays it great, but let's take a look at what happened in this matchup. Oh, the Boo Boo?
Anywhere without her, yeah.
The Boo Boo. Yeah. Crash getting caught out here in the middle of the map.
Ouch. Look at the gold advantage for the Germans so far early on. Over 2,000, and we were just like 2 minutes into the match.
Yeah, they definitely dominated. Batman does get taken down, and the Germans just continuing to dominate.
Ultimate for Zephy's, as you can clearly see, he was going on a long win streak here. Wiped out Thane, though. Defense not able to hold up this time.
Is Crest gonna kill him?
Get away!
No! He gets taken down. Thane and Joker, we're on the run. Did they live? Thane sacrificed himself, though. He sacrificed himself for the Joker.
Yeah. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt there. He was running into the bush. Maybe he thought, they don't see me if I go into the bush.
No,
I think Oscar Winter's got the same idea, but wiped out by Zephy's again. That spear did so much damage in Chatton.
Yes, it did. Germany continuing to, you know, get this gold lead, keep the pressure up. Joker stays alive. Is he going to?
No!
Scud!
Get out of there, Joker! Run!
Scud survives. And look at this. They all survived.
He gets back into the action, though.
We will survive.
Oh, yes. As long as he knows how to love.
And then the pressure into the base completely dominates. How are they going to take down the tower, though? That was their problem. They didn't take down the tower, but it didn't even matter. Look at that wipe at the end of that game.
Batman. The Germans circle around. They're like, okay, hold on. Let's pull back for a second. Then one of them is like, wait, no, we just aced them. They're done.
They have nobody left. Germany.
And stopped the core not long after.
Yeah, Germany took the game. Beautifully played. Domination from Zephy's that entire game for Germany. And then match number 2 between these two sides. Murad getting taken out.
Violet was removed as well. Once again, back here, we've got looks like a little bit of a mix-up on the heroes. Zephy's still from Darkbreaker, but we got Raz up on top from Hakai.
Yeah, Raz. It looks like the Swedish took the Lubu from Hakai.
How rude! Wiping out poor Royal up on top there, though.
Yeah, wiping out.
3-on-1. That could. But
hey, Batman, you know, right off the bat, gonna get that kill.
Wow! Did Darkbreaker just die? That has never happened before in the history of Arena of Valor. Memorized. As the Joker gets another kill here. And it looks like it was actually a pretty good performance early from the Swedes.
Yeah, the Swedes were definitely putting up a great fight in match number 2, but still down in gold as the Germans, you know, kept that gold lead intact.
Sure enough, and pressure on the back end, pushing back into this tower, just out of range, and able to kill a few of the enemy heroes here. That's what set German apart in the first.
They finally got the kill lead. Now they got the big gold lead, and now starts the snowball. Zephy's gonna take down the middle tower, and Batman just caught out.
You know, you don't necessarily need to be the best at team fights if you're the best cohesive team as a whole. You don't have to have all 5 of your heroes in one certain spot if you're able to pressure the whole map. Germany certainly did that in the matches we saw earlier today, and in this game it looks like it's similar pickings once again, a wipeout there, and they finally went for the core. What's going on in chat?
And they're just gonna end this game with the dive. Nexus dive at the end, doesn't matter. When you're that far ahead, you wipe the team, go for the Nexus, take it down. They're gonna take the 2-0 victory in that matchup. Beautiful. That's what we've been seeing from Germany even last week here live, this week as well so far, and even on the online. Oh, beautifully played by Germany, but you want to know what? We have another one for you. Spain, Sweden also played. Sweden, second matchup of this week. Let's see how they fare.
Yes, indeed. And you know, some teams perform better when they're sitting in the comfort of their own home. Some are happy to have the energy of a live event. And Germany seems to be doing dominant in both. We're going to have this next matchup, though. Like you said, Spain and Sweden, though, the team composition is shown on the screen for you all there. Let's see how this thing started off. Spain, the blue in the bottom left. The Swedes up on the right. Got the first, actually, no, they dropped first blood. It was a win there for the Spanish.
Spanish, though. Oh! Omar gonna pick up that kill on the top for Spain. And then the Grak pull here. Oh!
Finishes off Lu Bu. He can deal a lot of damage. And even though he's kind of a melee character, the mage does not have a whole lot of health. Wiping out the remainder of the setup on top. Talanis went down fast.
Yeah, that he did. Omar gonna try to ult here, trying to get away, but just too much pressure. He gets taken out there.
Zuka just jumped in there with no hit points at all. He was going for the sacrifice, trying to get his team an advantage, but yeah, it didn't play out that way. The Spanish shut it down.
As they're going to clean up, and look at this advantage by Spain as they just continue their dominance, coming into the main base of Sweden. They just do not have an answer for this.
Casual 5v2 when you're right next to the core. Not a good place for Sweden to be in at all. But I think that they do manage to put up a decent fight, long enough for the remainder of their team to respawn, come back, and push the Spanish off for one final encounter.
Yes,
even as they lose another tower.
Yeah, the Swedes, though, do survive for a little bit longer in this matchup. Grak trying to get the hook, misses, but they're pressuring the base. The buffs in hand. They're coming in. Can Sweden get this last team fight? No, they unfortunately did not. That wipe comes out from Spain and then just takes care of the rest of the base.
Absolutely legendary kill there from Spain, and you can definitely see the advantage of the Baron buff there. Being able to take him down basically meant that 5-on-5 was only a 1 hero loss for the Spaniards. The triple kill from Violet at the end, wiping out Batman. Dominant performance from Spain in game 1.
Yeah, in match 1, you know, Zephy's at the end went off, got the kills, ended the game. But let's get right into match number 2. That happened between these two countries.
And let's contextualize this as well. Sweden had 6 points going into this match. Spain had only 3, so it was really up to Spain to try to tie this thing up with a win here. The first game win pulled off by the Spaniards meant that they were on a good path to victory. And with first blood there from Alice, of all players, the support getting the first kill.
For Spain, yeah, red buff going down. Gonna get easily taken out in his own jungle, though. Ooh. Never what you want to have happen. Spain just starting off this game completely dominant, and there goes Tel, taken down.
Wipe them out. Batman coming in from Spain this game, lurking in the shadows and getting plenty of kills early on. The defense at the bottom looks like it's going to be sufficient, and Spain managed to hold on to that tower all the while sieging the top lane. I don't know if you noticed that up there, but Chikitin was getting a little bit of poking and prodding, even while they were holding on to the defense.
Sweden went a little too hard on the tower, went way too far, pushed way past the tower, lost pretty much their entire army for it. Spain snowballed out of control and really put the pressure on from that moment on.
Last and final attack from Spain as they get a little bit close to the core, decide to pull back though and go for the bottom lane instead. It was defense from the Swedes, but not a very wholehearted one. They were behind their tower the whole time, and as Kresh goes in to try to keep these Spaniards off, the level 8 tank just cannot stop these, look, level 13, 14 attackers. Spain, massive victory as they finally finished off the core there. Almost double the gold that Sweden had. At the very end.
They snowballed out of control in that matchup and played it beautifully. Definitely needed that win versus Sweden to keep really their ways alive.
You know what? Sweden might have a lot of snowballs up there in the north, but the Spaniards were able to heat the thing up. Let's send it back to Renee, see if he's got any final thoughts for these matches.
Spain taking the important points there. Making sure they're still on the scoreboard for DreamHack. Obviously, Germany also won the match, so that streak is still alive. Nothing happened to that. But there's one team that won to break that streak, and that's the influencer, the internet celebrity team of Spain that has a chance right after this 4-minute break. Week 4 Arena of Valor Non-Pro Tournament 2017. We went through the first game, we went through the highlights, and now at the desk I got two other guys that actually played the last game. Bobby Cart from Team Germany and Lil ST from Team Spain. Great to have you guys.
Nice to be here. Really
Again.
Nice. Again.
For Lil ST, you're the first time here. Obviously, that's the first week. So it's the first time for you at my desk, because all of that is mine. Just if you touch it or break it, you have to pay me. But it's all right. First of all, I want to talk about your matches. It just happened 2-0 for Germany. Unfortunately, no points for Spain. But the first game, that looked really strong for you.
Yes, it was really close. I think we did really well. Like our mid did some plays, we got some advantage in the really early game. But then they started to have the goal income. We couldn't stop that. And the final play was really unexpected for us because we wanted to do the Dark Slayer. They were like, only we have to pass, and they did the backdoor.
Was the first game I saw you guys struggling a bit, at least in the arena matches. Like you lost the fights. Did you went for another strategy then? Because normally you come out on top on those fights.
So first of all, we just thought, let's force Dark Slayer, maybe it goes well, like every time, but this time it was like really tough with Mina and L'Oreal. It was just a really huge combo, and the Mina play was really good, so he could like taunt our whole front line, and L'Oreal could just feed her up, and later on we couldn't like face L'Oreal anymore, so we just said, okay, let's give them the Dark Slayer and let's go for the middle lane, so that like get the turret, and then we're gonna see what they're gonna do. And at the end was just unexpected even for us, so like there was no one of them, we just said, okay, let's just finish.
Sneaky way to win, and even the Germans were surprised that it actually worked. Game 2, total different story, more like what we saw from you last week. Dominating the matchups, making sure that you got the fights. Once again, Spain not taking a tower in the first 10 minutes.
It was really hard for us because our composition was really bad to push. We wanted to focus on the team fights and the Dragon, but we didn't. We could do it because the German players were so strong and they have a lot of advantage, but they have a lot of more gold, and they used to stomp us. It was a really bad game for us.
Was it just repetition for you guys?
Not at all repetition. Every game is like a different one, so we have like changed things and so on. And the enemies was really tough enemy, so it was like a pleasure to play for us versus them. And like in the second game, we just focused more. We just we knew the enemy now, because the first game we didn't know them at all, and now we knew like how they play at least like a little bit. So we tried to adapt, and I think it worked out.
Yeah, you guys kept the streak alive, but now it's another team representing those two countries, because you know the format, guys, but we'll talk about that once again. It's 6 nations, all the nations getting represented by 2 teams. It's the non-pro team that qualified and the influencer, the internet celebrity team that will play later after this segment, actually. But they will try to score points, get them on that ranking, making sure they're in the top 4, because the top 4, they will go through to the DreamHack final and have a share of $100,000 prize pool. That's what everyone wants. Everyone is on that. And talking about what everyone wants, there's a Twitter poll out there. You should go there and vote, or on Facebook. Make sure to let us know if you think Team Spain or Team Germany will win in our upcoming match of the internet celebrities. If you watched our previous weeks, like 3, 2, 1, you know we do that for quite a while already, then you know there's a segment that we call Mr. and Mrs. This time we did it a bit differently, because we only did questions about AOV.
You were at the street alone, in a dark street.
Ali? In a dark alley? With no exit?
With no exit. What champion would you like
Lumbur.
to... Lumbur. By your side, in a street fight?
Lumbur.
Really?
Yes.
I will pick Telanas.
Why?
Because she ran too fast.
No exit in the alley. Lumbur. Natalia.
Why?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You?
I don't know.
Natalia then. L'Oreal. L'Oreal. I'll date L'Oreal because she's ugly.
Okay. I will pick Batman for a dinner because he will pay the bill, sure. Imagine Batman. He's rich.
Alfred.
Hostia, ¿con quién te emborrachas?
Batman.
I will pick
Ginger.
Olmar.
Olmar?
Yeah,
Omar.
Olmar is a good guy to hang out in high school. Doctor.
No, daughter. Tu hija.
Ah.
Daughter. He can say that better.
No one. Okay, maybe Valheim. Maybe Valheim. Maybe Valheim. Or Batman.
Fennec. Fennec.
Fennec. ¿Has visto cómo es Fennec? Es un puto hurón.
Claro, Fennec. De buen tío. Murad.
What?
Murad.
He's like a ninja.
Yeah. Sneaky. Murad.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that confused me a lot now. Going on a date with Batman, since he will pay the bill. Does that mean that's the most important part when you go on a date, making sure the other one pays the bill?
Not really, not for me, at least.
No, you try to get the 50,000 for winning the NPT, then you can pay all the bills, right?
Then I go with L'Oreal.
Yeah, we already with Natalia. Going with Natalia on a lonely island, but dating L'Oreal.
It's so good.
So I can't really decide, I'm not sure. I can understand that, but I would go on a lonely island with Natalia as well. So Natalia, if you hear that, hit me up. Let's go. But they had a lot of fun. They had a lot of fun.
This conversation is really weird for me.
It is. Why?
I'm not sure.
I mean, I heard stories about you. Now that you, like, a big Arena of Valor player, I heard that there are some girls hitting out on you due to Twitch chat. Is that the life of a pro player?
Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. I'm not non-pro, so I don't know how a pro player behaves.
I can't confirm nor deny any of that. No, we can't. All right, Bobby Carr doesn't want to talk about that, but we'll figure out in a new magazine, Arena of Valor Inside soon, interview with Bobby Carr about all his dates and girls to get through playing the game. You could get something with looking up this show over here. Some iPhones, 3 iPhone 8s or 1 iPhone X in the giveaway. Just make sure that you do whatever is in the lower third to grab a new smartphone to play Arena of Valor on. That's it, right? That's why you need your smartphone for. Of course, I know for sending messages to girls, but also to play, right?
Sorry.
Sorry, totally lost the.
I'm so lost now. I was just looking the
after that interview, we all lost. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
That really confused me.
Yeah, we go on to an easier topic, making sure that Bobby Card feels more comfortable right now. Because under the makeup, you can't see that, but under the makeup, he's like red everywhere.
That's true.
That's a new skin, the red Bobby Card. It's now available. Now, talking about the upcoming match, you guys need your Internet Celebrity team to win, to keep the streak running, to make sure that you guys go home another time with 6 points. We know that no other team did that besides you, but they changed the lineup a bit. Does it have an impact?
I think it will have an impact, of course, like other players, other team structure. But I still hope that they can make it. I still hope.
We don't know anything yet about the Spanish team because we didn't saw them. It's the first week over here in Katowice for Arena of Valor. Tell us a bit more about that.
I think we already know each other because we are friends in real life. And it was really cool to be here. It's our first week here. Let's see the second week we are more focused. And I think it has been a really good experience to be here.
Well, we'll see if that good experience is actually enough to get them winning some points, because that's what they're here for. But so that you guys get to know the teams as well, here's another interview with Germany.
You know, we need to win today. I like winning, and I have a 100% win rate on international tournaments. For today, I trained a lot of, I really enjoyed playing Wukong. In my match history, there are many storms. It's a great feeling to be in Poland on such a big event, on an international tournament. You know, most people would say the best thing about international tournaments is traveling or meeting people, have a nice time, you know, free lunch and things like that. But for me, it's kind of different, because in Germany, I'm the best Arena of Valor player. Not only on Batman, I mean overall. So I need new objectives, you could say. That's why I'm here. It's kind of a pressure that my team needs a good performance from me. But you know, right now I'm very confident. I think today it will be easily 2-0 for Germany.
Straight out of Spandau. Hand of Blood confirmed the best German player in Arena of Valor. Is that the case?
Yes, it's the case, it's true. He's our captain.
You just want him to follow you on Twitter, right?
Yes.
That's why you say that right now. I knew.
True.
He's just big, and people are like, I want to get him following. He doesn't follow me, so I'm very sad about that. But that's not the topic over here. You heard that? He's pretty confident. Germany taking a 2-0. They did not quite make it last week. They had 2-1 against UK, still getting the win, but giving away map number 2. But we want to hear what Spain has to say.
I'm a mobile gaming YouTuber in Spanish, so when Arena of Valor just got released in Europe, I had to try it, and it's really good. It feels really good being in Poland, representing my country. I mean, but at the same time, it's a lot of pressure, because I have to do well and to represent well our country. But I think we can manage to win the Germans. I really enjoy playing Arena of Valor, because for me, everything is new, and every game I learn something. For me, Arena of Valor is the first 5v5 MOBA. As Team Spain captain, I can tell you that we have trained a lot, and we have practiced all together. Not every day, but almost every day. I mean, during afternoon or evening, we just had a few matches and practiced different champion compositions. So I think we are ready. I think that because Germans played the week before, we are in advantage, because we had the chance to look at them and see what are the favorite champions. And regarding the Spanish team, everything will be new. In Arena of Valor, it's all about communication and get on well with your teammates and be in the right position at the precise timing. So for us, I think that the most important part is the jungler. So if our jungler can perform good, I think we are good. I think we'll win 2-0.
Advantage of having seen Germany last week, he said, but he also said, besides being confident and practicing a lot and all that, he said there is this pressure of representing your country. Is it really something you have in mind while playing?
Yes, it's like you are representing a country, and it's like you are under pressure every game, every minute. But it's really cool. I'm feeling really good about it, and I think they are feeling really good too, because it's really cool to represent Spain.
Being comfortable with it, but for you guys, you got all the wins. Does it become harder each and every time when it comes to pressure, because everyone expects you guys to win?
A little bit, yes, because like in the German community, everyone says, okay, you need to win now to keep like all points. And I think they got like a big pressure too from our fans and their fans. But I hope they can handle it.
Bobby God hopes his team can handle it and bring home another win for Germany. But for that, we also need both teams in the arena again. So please welcome Spain and Germany.
Enter the stage, Team Germany! Starting with top 10 vlogging and lifestyling content creator Avive. actress and content creator, Lara Loft. Welcome to the stage, award-winning gamer, Tinendo. Up next, it's the man who goes by the name of Trimax. And then, of course, finally, the self-proclaimed best Arena of Valor player in Germany. It is Hand of Blood! This is Team Germany. Now, welcome to the stage, Team Spain. Up first, we have the prince of mobile gaming from Spain. It is with Zach. Following Zach, we have none other than former professional gamer turned content creator, Bystax. Up third, we cannot forget the veteran of the Spanish content creations scene with the Queen Wave, Sonia. And then another mobile gaming legend, the Alvaro. And finally, following up his teammates, it is another veteran who goes by the name of Chinchetto. This, everybody, is Team Spain.
Experience on both sides. We know that Hand of Blood on the German side, he has experience with MOBA gaming on a high level, but also on the Spanish side, a lot of people that play a lot of MOBA, playing it at high ranked. Are those two teams really, really close when it comes to skill?
I think so, because they have like a lot of experienced players, but we have also like experienced mobile players. I think that's like more important than being experienced on a phone. But I think they're gonna be a really tough enemy.
I'm with Bobby. It's like if you have been playing a MOBA, it's like easier to play Arena of Valor. And the mobile device is like a little new for the gamers. It's now having a lot of impact, and I think it's a fact. It's better to better players from Arena of Valor come from other MOBAs.
We'll see how this one turns out. Before that, we need predictions. You know, there's always that one. So, what is the score at the end of this match?
2-1 for Germany.
I feel confident. I will say 2-0 for Spain.
Oh, we are that. I mean, you went for 2-1 after seeing what happened with the UK. And not to forget the United Kingdom of Slogoman, who actually made it happen, that the UK took one map from the German team. It's a little set 2-0 for Spain. Might happen, might not. We will figure out with Woody and then Shenton.
Hopefully it does for Spain's sake. 2-0 prediction again coming from everybody from the Spanish side. Overconfidence? What do you think?
We'll only have to see if that confidence is indeed over or not. Hard to believe that Hand of Blood actually has a 100% win rate in international tournaments, but hey, you can't argue with the numbers, can you? I think that the Germans are going to be seeking to get another win today. Will they be able to roll over the Spaniards again? Or is the Alvaro, the captain of the Spanish team, going to be able to force a comeback here?
Well, it looks like if they're going to be able to take this victory, the Germans, that is, they are going to be probably finishing in first place going in to the DreamHack tournament. Spaniards, though, with the Spain, Alvaro, the captain, he's going to need to really rally his team in order to get Spain a victory and really climb back up into contention as we look at the German side. Ooh, Trimax is, pretty big dude.
Yeah, nice lineup there. We, of course, know him from Clash Royale. He's a streamer and YouTuber. He's the king in the arena, so do you think he'll also be Gilder here in the battlefield?
I don't know. He said he had a little surprise for us waiting, so we're going to have to wait and find out. The Spanish side trying to figure out what are they going to play. This is a very crucial game and match and set.
Serena said that she was a little chilly at the airport. I checked her Twitter, so maybe she'll go with like Dao Chan if she embraces the cold spirit, or maybe warm things up a bit with Raz, huh?
Yeah, maybe a little Terra action. Yeah, you know that icy hammer.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, Avive is going to choose first. He's a German YouTuber, and he's got some pretty shocking and slapstick comedy videos. Maybe he'll go for the Joker. That'll be.
Well, let's see who he bans. There it is, the Joker ban.
Guess he's not going to be able to use the Joker since he's been banned, but. With Zach over on the right side. Oh.
Batman getting taken out. So it looks like the DC duo done. We're going to have to wait for Superman to come out in order for DC Hero to be played here.
So, yeah. Avive will choose first with Zach, and Stax will go next. Stax, he likes to play Call of Duty and CSGO, so maybe he'll go with Violet, someone else who can shoot some guns.
Maybe, but Grak being picked up here from Avive. Got a nice little pull maybe for the picks for Germany. Crushed.
Ooh.
Hovering over. Intel Honest?
He wants to shoot something. I guess it's going to be a bow, though. The marksman over here.
Is going to take it out. So Crushed, Intel Honest being picked up for the Spanish side. Let's see how the Germans answer. It looks like Yorn is going to be their carry with Chugnar.
Interesting call here. IDE's Tenendo, I want to make sure I say that right, is a YouTuber, a Blizzard fanboy, and a self-professed idiot. I thought that he might choose Maganga, going for the whole, jester approach here, but...
The Maganga?
The Maganga, you know what I'm talking about. But no, instead goes with Yorn, the marksman. Over on the other side, though, who we got in chat?
We got Butterfly coming out from Sinha, and the Alvaro picking up Omar. Oh, look at that. Natalia. I mean, they'd be left on an island, you know? They may as well pick her up.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, Chincheto said over on YouTube that he's a thumbtack in a world of clips. And the other thing he said about himself, that he's got a doctorate in the study of Kuloology. I wasn't sure how to pronounce that, but I looked up the translation, and it made me think that he does indeed like the ladies. Natalia would have been a good pick for him, but he goes with Jannar instead.
Yeah, Jannar coming out here as the mage in the middle. Alvaro with Omar here.
Oh. And there we go. It's been
got to be
set.
the swipes.
Yep.
15 seconds until we get ready to go into this match.
A lot of them going for heal.
Spain going to really need to win this matchup. And I'm very excited to see how they play. You know, they're very confident. I mean, even as their, non-pro team said, 2-0 was their prediction.
Right.
Their influencer team stayed with it. 2-0. Yeah. So they definitely are going to try to get this 2-0 victory, but it's not going to be easy as the Germans have not lost. As you said.
And they've got the advantage on the skins side here. It looks like they got 3 of the heroic skins.
That's true. HOB 100%.
Yeah, the Spaniards aren't really going for the skins. I think that they're more interested in just, hard tax ABC gameplay. But the Germans, of course...
You gotta look flashy when you win. When you're winning, and that's the time to go flashy. Yeah, you got to get the style points, otherwise it wouldn't really count. Let's take a look at, oh man, the team setup coming out. We got Grak, Chagnar, Yorn, Natalia, and Wukong coming out from the Germans.
And Butterfly, Jannar, Crushed, Ormor, and Talanis over on the Spanish side. So Butterfly, I don't think we've gotten a chance to see her yet today, but she is a real quick attacker. Kind of reminds me of the bride from Kill Bill. She dashes all over the place with a huge sword, and she is out for blood. When you select her on the screen, she's something like, I will kill everyone. Have you checked that out?
Yeah, I have. And hey, listen, if she gets that first kill, she just continues to just chain into 1, 2, 3, 4, and then all of a sudden your whole entire team's dead at the blade in her hand.
Kills her and assists, of course. Yes, reset all the cooldowns on her abilities and heal her for 15% of her health. It's going to be up to with Zach to make advantage of that great passive ability.
Yep. Looking at Trimax versus Stax in the middle lane. We got Shinchito and Sarnha.
Now Serena on the bottom, not really opposed by anyone yet. Oh, here we go. Finally got a little bit of march down here from the Germans. Going to try to defend a little bit. Shinchito pulling back a little bit. Happy to shoot a few arrows out. Talanis looking for level 2, but hasn't gotten there yet. Stax in the center grabs himself a little bit of a power-up orb there, getting a little bit more health as he tries to hold on strong here. But wow, Trimax got a nice hit off on him. Natalia, the mage, getting a great strike against Jannar in the center here. And again, whittling him down.
Poke coming out.
Yeah.
Ugh, but the bottom lane action, just a little bit, just killing minions, just the slow play, slow start to this game. you know, nobody really wants to come in with the jungle just yet. It'll ramp up maybe in about 30 seconds once the junglers really get to level 4, which we just see coming in from this Wukong. Let's see how he want to plays this. I mean, the lane's push, so
not too shabby, but yeah.
Middle.
You could tell in chat that none of these players want to be the first one to drop the first blood. It doesn't look good. It gives your opponents a nice advantage. And looks like it's going to be a 3-on-2 in the bottom as the jungler is going to try to make a stab in here.
Wukong's coming in.
Notices him, but it's going to be a 2-on-1 as there's not a whole lot of support. Finally, the 3 back him up, and there it is. Yorn gets the first blood against Telannis, the archer on the bottom, calling in the power of the sun to wipe out Telannis.
Yeah, just too much pressure there. That 3-on-2 Wukong comes in from the back with that red buff, just took out Telannis right off the bat, and that's going to give a huge advantage to the bot lane. Nendo picking up that first kill.
Sure will. They had a little bit of a flirt with the Abyssal Dragon there, though, but I don't think they decided to actually commit to the attack. With Zach going to pull back and get a little bit of a golem buff as he moves into the jungle once again. Trimax playing very aggressively up on front. Hardly has taken any damage whatsoever, so I guess it's working out pretty well for him, is applying a lot of pressure, and Stax is yet to be able to turn this thing around and even reach level parity with Trimax.
Yeah, he's taking so much poke. Now, if you're going to take that much poke, you kind of got to go back and then, you know, buy and come back into lane. Every time you do that, you can see the level advantage that Trimax has just slowly ticking up. That circle around their number is their experience towards the next level. And as you can see, Trimax a ton more than Stax at this moment.
Yes, indeed. And speaking of going back into lane, it looks like Telannis on the bottom is just going to be defending there with Crest up on the middle here. We've got the jungler trying to stab in here to try to save Trimax. He's in a lot of trouble. He goes down! Wiped out by Jannar. He sure got the last laugh and finished off by Natalia. Couldn't quite hold on there. Looks like Butterfly got Wukong finished off. Took him down. And Chatton, what do we got on the bottom?
We got Telannis and Crush just clearing out this minion wave. Telannis activating the ability, longest range when she does that. Even attack towers.
Wow.
Out of range. The tower will not hit you once that ability is popped from Telannis. Zach just clearing out the jungle.
That's right. Eagle Eye, her ability gives her a little bit more range, damage, and the ability to reduce the movement speed of anyone that she's able to get a hit on. Just sieging that bottom lane, though, not giving up any tower damage. It's a 2-for-2 draw right now. The Spanish a little bit ahead in gold, though. Looks like about 200 total.
Yeah, kind of just a slow-paced game right now. Nobody really wants to make that one mistake to really start a snowball that happens. Ooh. And in Arena of Valor, games are so quick that one little mistake and a snowball could happen at any moment. But it looks like Zach's coming down to try to help out on this bottom side. Do Nendo and Lorelaf know that he is hiding in that bush?
Looks like they aren't willing to commit to the attack either way. They're trying to initiate here to get a fight going off to take advantage of this 3v2, but not going down just yet. The Spanish managed to get a little bit more gold somehow, some way. They're about 500 ahead right now, and as Chincheto, Serena, and with Zach are pondering whether or not to go for this Abyssal Dragon, it would be a pretty ballsy move this early on, but if they figure that the 2 bottom lane players from the Germans aren't going to punish, then hey, maybe the three players are going to be able to take this dragon out.
Well, they're trying to get it really early, and it looks like they're going to. Wukong spotted on the top side. That's going to allow Spain to easily take out the Abyssal Dragon and take an early gold lead.
That's a little bit disappointing for the Germans in the bottom lane. They didn't have a whole lot else to do, but I guess, hey, playing the lane, taking out some creeps, never really a bad idea, unless your opponents are going to get that advantage by being able to take out the Abyssal Dragon. Nice gold and experience bump for the Spaniards up on top as they start to gain the lead. If not in kills, at least in their economy.
The economy is right. Hob coming in here. Is he going to try to get on Stax? Stax taking a ton of damage. Trimax coming in. Is he going to be able to finish it? Gets annihilated. Zach coming in way too late, and he's just going to have to retreat as he got in the fight too late. We have a little skirmish coming on in the bottom lane. Chugnar and Yorn just avoiding the pressure.
Spitting at each other. They got little spitballs that they're sending waves and waves after, but not really applying too much pressure. It's the advantage, though, for the Spanish team. Since they were able to take out the Abyssal Dragon earlier, they are already at level 7, gaining that experience buff from finishing him off. I don't know if the Germans are going to be able to take advantage of this kill that they just picked up. They have started to turn around the tide of the gold lead, though. You'll notice that the Spaniards are only ahead by about 100 now, as opposed to the 500-600 that they had before.
There's a 4-man push coming on the bottom, but the Spaniards see it move back to their tower. Trimax just wandering around, going to have to go back towards the middle lane as there's nothing to do on the bottom.
A shrewd play, and it looks like Hob pulling back once again. Wukong is just going to go back into the jungle, try to get a little bit more golden experience points. In the center lane here, though, Stax popping out once again. He got a nice kill early on, but it looks like he's not really playing very aggressively. He's just waiting for Trimax to come at him. And why not? There's no need to go stabbing in at a tower, especially if you don't have that much support from the creeps. One little siege creep did reach the tower and got a little chip damage off there, but looks like up on top, Alvaro is in the preferential position. No hook from a Vive yet. Guess he couldn't see into that bush.
Yeah, we got Stax and with Jack just staying in the middle. Both mid laners, coming out here. Spaniard trying to take down Trimax. Trimax gonna have to flicker away just to save his life as Talanis comes in and does a lethal amount of damage.
Nearly lethal.
Nearly lethal.
Almost
nearly
lethal.
lethal.
I mean,
almost
hey,
lethal.
Against a lesser man that might have taken him out. Trimax pulling back and holding on strong. It's a a tower dive here, trying to get a little bit of damage off, but no, not this time. Talanis pushes it back, gets the kill. Laura Loft still alive, but Chognar could not keep his ally up.
No, Chuggin back to his tower, stays alive, but now Talanis is starting to get pretty big, getting a lot of farm, and the Spanish team looking very promising. Gold lead at about 1.1k.
Nice Spanish pullback here. They had started to lose the gold lead, but it looks like they're going to go for a stab here. The first tower is going to go down. Finished off in the bottom. The 3 Spaniards stab it in with hardly any defense from Germany. Distracted and pulled back. Chognar could not hold on to that tower all by his lonesome. But it's a counterattack from the Germans in the center. Are they going to be able to take this tower down, Chatton?
Maybe. I mean, Trimax just annihilated Jinnar, and Stax falls, and so does their tower. But look at this, the Spanish, they got, Wukong. Oh man, that's unfortunate.
And Hob, even with that big level advantage, cannot turn around a 4v2 by any means.
Butterfly just came in and was like, slice!
Slicing and dicing. I think Talanis got the double kill from that one, though.
Yeah, and Spain is now going to take the Abyssal Dragon, and they're just going to really start punishing Germany for getting out of position, maybe going a little bit too hard on that middle side tower. You lost 2, not the end of the world, but when you lose 2 heroes, and then you lose an Abyssal Dragon, and then you even lose your mid-side tower from Spain pushing in. Perfect rotations from Spain, really taking advantage of that dominance in the middle lane.
Trimax and Hob now getting back into the action, but as they reawaken, they've already lost 2 towers. It's a relative dead heat for these teams right now. Spain ahead just a little bit in gold, but the kills and the tower score is just about even. It's really going to be a mid-game, maybe even late-game fight to see who's going to take a decisive lead.
Look at this, playing the bush, Spain hoping that Wukong or somebody comes out and just gets annihilated. But it looks like they're just going to be wasting time as Germany just climbing back up into the gold, deficit that they had. And Spain's sitting in this bush. They need somebody.
No.
Trimax.
He's getting awfully close. This time, though. Very clever defensive play, avoiding that big clump of all 5 players from the Spanish team. They're going to make a stab in here. Are they going for Yorn? What are they trying to do? Are they going to force a team fight? Looks like these 3 players are cut off, but they've got a defensive tower that they can walk back to up on top. Germany in a pretty strong defensive edge here, but the Spanish commit nonetheless.
Yeah, Grok with that ultimate. Crush still alive with the ultimate, and the Spain destroying. Tenendo goes down as well, and Spain completely dominates. 4-1 on that exchange, and they get out alive. How much time they wasted in the middle, completely irrelevant. Now that they picked up that 4-1 exchange on the top side, and they're going for the Dark Slayer. Is Alvaro gonna save his life?
He's got to
just pull back, yeah.
Defensive advantage? What defensive advantage? The Germans could not leverage those towers to be able to take out the Spaniards, and it looks like with the near ace, the 4-hero kill, The Spaniards are going for the Dark Slayer, but they're getting pulverized. Looks like none of them will die, but it's getting awfully close there. Starting to recall back to get a little bit more hit points now.
Yeah, 2.3k gold lead now, and with the Dark Slayer buff, if Spain can just force another team fight, get the advantage, get another 4-1, or maybe even a clean sweep, they'll be looking really, really good to take game number 1. But we have Hob trying to get this Abyssal Dragon. Just when you're this far down at this point and the Dark Slayer buff is on your, enemy team, you can't really, force anything. That Abyssal Dragon, the moment he saw Telanus, he was like, I'm out. I'm getting back.
All right, so of course Hob is out of blood. He's going for a stab over here with the Abyssal Dragon, but he's getting caught with Zack and Chichetto in the center here.
And the hand
pushing
of
him
blood
away
will
and
fall.
finishes him off.
Oh, Wukong going to take the death here.
Oh no, another wipeout. The Spaniards are going to do it again. An onslaught from Butterfly as 2 more Germans fall.
Trimax trying to save the mid's tower. That's going to fall. Has stacks Alvaro and Serena trying to push down. Not
yeah, the
really
3 of them just kind of held off at the bridge. It's a smart move. You don't want to push directly into a mage. Trimax can deal a lot of damage, but looks like they're going to go for it nonetheless. Trimax unsupported, sends a lot of damage and nukes Serena, but can't quite finish her off. The Alvaro goes down though. Nice execution by the tower there, and it will stay standing.
Yeah, Zack trying to come in here. She's going to try to get the kill on Trimax. Trimax trying to survive with his life flickers, but still gets taken down. Ah, no. And Wukong falls as well. Telanus trying to survive.
Oh, finally a shutdown for Telanus. She gets sent back, and it looks like it's a 3v3 right now. Germany in a relatively okay defensive position here, but Spain overall in this game has been doing just a little bit better. They're ahead by 1 tower, ahead by 1 dragon, or no, it's 2 dragons, excuse me. They're ahead by the Dark Slayer, and what is that, about a 3,000 or 4,000 gold lead?
Yeah, it's about a 3,200, 3,300 gold lead for the Spanish side. And they're just sitting in Germany's jungle, hoping they want to take a fight. They want to take a fight.
Bring it on.
Bring it. Zack
what you got,
going to clear out minions on the top side, and it looks like Spain is going to now work on the top side towers.
Went in for a little bit of a cheeky push. If you set up your control settings in a certain way, you can actually have it target specifically on those towers. Otherwise, the auto attack will go directly to the creeps or the heroes that are nearby. Looks like they'll take out the tower anyways, and with the pushback from Kresh, sending that tidal wave in, it looks like the team fight has been abandoned by the Germans on bottom.
Is Kresh going to really try to force this fight? Wow. Ooh, no, he wisely backs up. This could be the fight that Germany needs to get right back into this game, though. Omar coming on. Oh, wow, as Trimax takes down Jannar, and look at that, Germany, just like that, Spain makes one mistake, Hand of Blood still going in, gonna get taken out.
Punish Chichetto, yeah, pull him in there. Nice hook from a 5. The grackle.
The grackle.
The grapple from the grack. I call it the grackle.
The grapple. The grappling hook.
No, it's the grackle now because he's
the grackle. I got the joke.
You with me?
I got the joke.
Oh man. Center high ground tower has gone down from Germany, though. They only have 2 left to defend, and they haven't really been able to leverage any of these battles that they've won because not many of their teammates are surviving. 2 or 3 still left standing at the end, but the positioning advantage for Spain is going pretty well. Look at
Hand of Blood, that 100% win rate.
Yeah.
But 0-6 in this game. Ugh. Does have 7 assists, though.
Indeed. Tenindo looking to get level 14. There it goes. All you had to do was run around a little bit.
Yeah, 5,000 gold lead for Spain. Can they close out this game? That's the question. Another 1 or 2 team fights like that from Germany, and they'll be right back in this. They are a very, very strong team. They don't really lose, and let's see if they can somehow manage to take this win back from Spain. They do have a commanding lead at this current moment. Spain now circling to the bottom.
Chinchetta just picked up Muramasa. Great item for the marksman in the bottom lane here. Looks like all 5 are going to be pushing in, and with the vision advantage that they got from killing that owl in the river, looks like they're going to be trying to push the tower here. All 5 on defense, though. Germany is ready to hold strong on this tower.
Yeah, Grack, can he get the pull off? No, no pull. If Grack can land a pull here, Germany just needs to wait, land a Grack hook, clear it out, and then just go all in on the 5v4.
Oh, there it Tackle pulls it in, and that is a great gank, forcing the team fight. Somehow Spaniards are willing to commit to this attack, but it looks like the defeats of Germans are going to be able to hold off. HOB goes down, though, and it's not looking too good at all. Picking them off one by one. It's a bloodbath as Butterfly is able to stab him down, with Zach trying to make it retreat, but not going to happen this time. Teleanis gets the final kill. Tenendo and Trimax defend and are victorious, but it's a Pyrrhic victory. They lose their tower, and the core is being sieged now.
Yeah, now double super minions on the bottom and the middle side coming in from Spain. That's going to be very problematic because you're always going to need to have somebody on defense. Once those waves start pushing into your base, the Darkslayer could be taken by Spain and then maybe rotate and end the game. Let's see how Spain wants to play this. You know, maybe push in a wave into, you know, Germany's base with the super minions, then take the Darkslayer, then end the game. Hopefully they play it like that because you don't want to keep on forcing team fights. Germany now only really 4K gold down. You know, they're slowly chipping at this gold lead that Spain has. And there are a couple of towers for them to take to get back into this.
All heroes back alive once again. Gonna go return to the jungles and get a little bit more of that gold they love so much. But it looks like nearly all of the Germans have reached max level of 5 and Laura Loft just right behind. The Spaniards have all maxed out. They're at the Spirit Sentinel now, just kind of patiently waiting here. They'll take it down and might even continue onto the Darkslayer if they think that they've got a good position here, but hiding in the shadows, the Deutschland team is nearby with an eye on the Darkslayer. And Blood runs out quick, and he's going to make a stab here over it with Zach.
Oh, there's the Crack Hook, and he's going to ultimate. The ult comes in from Crack. He can't really go into him at that moment in time. Trimax going to ult to the disengage, and Germany is running away. They do not want to take this fight at this current moment. Grack needs to get a pull on the Teleanis and then blow her up. That is Germany's best chance to really be able to win this game. And look at this, Spain taking the Darkslayer, and they're going to be able to get it uncontested. This is a huge give, and right now with Spain and the Darkslayer buff, they could push in and end this game, especially how there's no towers in the mid or the bottom lanes.
He's the Darkslayer, but this time he has been slain. The center lane defense for Germany not looking too strong at all. The Spanish could also go into the bottom if they prefer. There's no tower there either. The team fight's about to start. Hand of Blood, get back, man. Be careful. The Monkey King having a little bit of difficulty here. Takes one shot from Ginchetto out back, and it's going to be the team fight of the century in chat. And what's happening?
Oh no, Crush is going to pop his ultimate. Here it comes. Is Grack going to get... He's going to fall first. Grack's going to get taken out here. We have Trimax going to get taken out as well. Laura Loft going to get taken down, and there's 4 Spaniards still alive. Tenendo trying to defend, but Teleanis is going to kill the Nexus, and it's going to be over. Unfortunate, Grack pulled the Crest in. Crest was sitting there, ultimated in front of their entire team, and when you pull in a tank as Grack, when the enemy team already has the Darkslayer buff, already has the advantage, that is the one thing you do not want to do. The tank wants to be in the middle of the team fight, wants to take the damage, and that's exactly what Spain got. Beautiful by Crash to protecting the Teleanis there. Grack not able to land the hook on the right target. Crash comes in, he ults, not able to take him out. Trimax falls, not Trimax falls, Trimax falls, and everything else happens.
With Zach, the MVP of that match, victorious, the Spaniards are going to finally get one on the board, and bully to them, vamos España. Happy that they were able to take that Nexus down there at the end. We saw Teleanis trying to get a few shots on the back, and Jorn finally defending with all of his might, but out of options as a huge Spanish force comes crushing down on him. Nice kill at the end.
Yeah, beautifully played there by Spain. They said they wanted to get the 2-0. Well, guess what? They got the first one. You're gonna have to win the second one, though. That's always the hardest, you know? You win the first one in a best of 3, you know, especially when you're like the David in the matchup. The Goliath's looking down, and they're like, all right, now it's time to win match number 2.
I don't know if that necessarily applies. We don't have such a David and Goliath in this series, do we?
I mean, Germany hasn't lost the entirety of the tournament.
But we're looking at the influencers now. These guys, I think, are not necessarily on the pros circuit. They didn't go through the qualifier stage. That was a really close game, but I don't think that was necessarily a huge upset. The Spaniards played really well throughout, and I think that the Germans had a good chance to be able to turn that thing around. But eventually, the Darkslayer buff, being able to push the Germans back, into their own base. They once again were just forced to play defense the whole time, and that's not a good position to be in a team fight where you're at a disadvantage because of the Darkslayer buff. All 5 of the opposing heroes are really well coordinated. You saw them hiding out in the bushes together. You know that they're all just like waiting there, sneaking along, right?
Yeah, their practice that they've been saying all week long, just together, all playing together as a team. Definitely showed there, got the Darkslayer buff, rotated all together, and were able to take that game. But let's have, I think Renee wants to...
It's the first of the best of 3.
Yeah.
Let's send it back to the main desk.
Sometimes you want to grab a win, but get the tank instead. 1-0 for Spain, taking the first map here against Germany. Wow, I watched it, I saw the grab, still they were looking good, but then bringing in the tank right next to the core, that was a bit too much. But we should go back to the early game. What happened before, we saw it was first blood for Germany. Telenas died on the Spanish side once to Nendo picking up that kill, but then your team just answered with a double kill in mid.
I think Spain did a really good play with Drake, but the first blood was it was Wukong. That crit from Wukong really hard. But I think they did really well. They stayed focused and then they handled the game.
Seems like it was a bit different than what we saw on the non-pro teams, because it was Spain taking the objectives and also taking the first tower. What went wrong on the German side there?
So I think it was just the rotation of the decision making. So after the first kill, they should have done like a little bit more and like play a little bit safer on the mid lane. But then they gave like Butterfly 2 kills. I think it wasn't even that important in my eyes. But then Spain got like the Dragon at turret, and then they just went for team fights because they had the gold lead after the turret and the Dragon, and then they just rushed Darkslayer 2 times and finished this game.
I actually thought there was one moment when the first big team fight won by Spain, I thought, oh, they were just snowballing this to the win. And then there was this silly team fight bringing Germany back, where they got totally wiped out on the Spanish side. Why did they not grab on that and bring the German team back into the game afterwards?
I think they were just unsure what to do. I think simply that, and they had also like to defend a little bit their base, because I think there was like lanes pushing with minions. But I think it was just they weren't sure what to do and just a little bit not confident enough, I think, I would say.
I think if German needs a lot more of CC, because Spanish composition was really good for team fight, and it's what they could need them, because Crest, Ulti, and Butterfly doing her job, that is only killing people. It was a really powerful combo that Germany needed to stop, and they need to plan better picks, I think.
So you think it is about a pin and ban and pick phase, but we saw during the defense that two upper towers down already for Germany. They tried to push it out again, try to get it into the game. Was there any chance they could stop the Darkslayer that was done by the Spanish team?
I think they had a chance after Natalia ulted like half of the team. Like I think 1 or 2 people had half HP. So I think it was like a really good chance, like to engage again, or at least watch out and be sure that they don't take the Darkslayer. But then they just went back to the base and defended against the minions. They thought it was like maybe more important, but then in the end they lost the game.
Yeah, we just saw that play once again. Serena getting pulled into the core. Not really the best grab. Like, you want to go for something more squishy, maybe get Telenas. And that was the one hero you don't want to bring closer to your core, especially if you fear the team fight. We see the statistics here with Zach. He also got the double kill early on. He's MVP on the side of Spain. We see Hand of Blood struggling a bit, 2-8-10. Hopefully they play Bullet for my Valentine on his, you know, near to his grave maybe. That was a bit unfortunate, because let's be honest, this is a team game. There was not much he could do to really pull his team to the win, to carry them. Is there anything he could pick next time to be a stronger carry for them?
Maybe he should pick his main, try to pick his main champ Batman, I think, because he did really well with Batman. His early aggression was really strong. So maybe this will help, and I think a little bit more of team play.
Who knows, maybe Hand of Blood brings Batman and turns this around. We'll figure it out in the second match right after this 4-minute break. Welcome back to what might be the end of the German streak. Week number 4 Arena of Valor non-pro tournament. We just saw Spain taking round 1 in the internet celebrity match. We talked a bit about already like what they could pick. You said Batman for Hand of Blood. Is there anything else in the team composition that should change?
I think Spain it's a really good composition, and I think they need a lot that rest, for example. And I think if they play the way they have played the first game, they had it.
So I think Germany should pick the Crashed away, because Crashed is really a strong champion, and as we see, Spain can handle Crashed. So, and of course I need like a little bit more mobile champions on the mid lane, I would say. Not Natalia, because Natalia is very vulnerable to especially Butterfly. So I think they're gonna do the right choices this time.
During warm-up, I heard the German team talking to Lara, because she's new to the lineup, she wasn't here last week, and they actually tried to show her Crashed, because that's what they wanted to pick, and Spain took it away, so you said that already, they might be able to pick it round 2, but what could they ban to make sure that Spain's not taking map 2?
It's a difficult question, because I think those aren't the only picks Spain can play, so, but I think they struggled a little bit with Butterfly in the early game, so they may ban Butterfly, but I think it's not like I think it's not the strongest one in Spain. I think they got more.
What's the strongest hero on your team? What should Team Germany ban?
I think Butterfly, like Bobby said, did them a lot of damage, and it's a tanky hero that you can't focus. So she was like doing damage, and lowing the team, and I think it will be a really good ban.
Enough from us here at the analyst desk, because speaking about picks and ban, that's something for Woody and Enchanted.
Thank you, Renee. Interesting. The influencers, they were kind of telling, you know, what to ban versus their team. You know, the influencer team. Would you have done that? Woody?
No, man, I hold that
you?
close to my chest. I'm not going to share secrets with anyone. You never know if those sneaky Spaniards are out there listening, or if the Germans have got their spy satellites locked onto the Arena of Valor location here. It's a good thing that they only know we're in Katowice. I don't think that they know exactly where we are in Chatton.
Well, they know to ban Butterfly, that's for sure.
Yes, indeed. With Zach was absolutely dominant with Butterfly yesterday. With Zach with Butterfly.
That's a good one. It's like with Zach with Butterfly.
Yeah, see, you saw what I did there. He was the MVP of the match, though. I mean, that guy's got to save for something.
Definitely took care of it, Assassin. Just continue. But let's get right into game number 2. Spain taking match 1 of this best of 3. Batman is going to be banned from Spain. And the Germans, are they going to ban Butterfly? Yep. They are. Butterfly getting taken off the board.
Lock it in. That means that the Joker will be available in this game. Wasn't there last time, but the Batman, once again, is going to be out of commission. The streets of Gotham are going to be running rampant with all sorts of nasty villains. We've got, from with Zach this time, Crashed, the big heavy tank.
Yeah, huge pickup last game as well to show dominance. And looks like we have Grak and
Chognar, yeah, providing that little bit of support
the choo-choo train
on the back. The choo-choo train, Chognar. On the other side, we got Jinnar.
That's good.
Yes, we do.
Oh, no.
Oh, you spoke too soon in chat. Hold on.
Whoa.
Was going to go for Zephyrs. He was amazing in the prior matches that we saw between the pro team. And yeah, it looks like Serena will go for
taking out
the stabby man.
We have
Mr.
Yorn
Stabby,
and possibly Natalia getting locked in.
He played her last time, he'll play her this time.
Hey,
Locks
listen, when you're left on an island, you know, you got to do what you got to do.
You got to pick. You got to
pick. Telanis
That's
coming
a nice
down.
little character card that they flashed for her there, too.
Yeah. And Alvaro, I mean, I would take her on a date.
Yeah?
Would you? Who's your hero that you
I'm very happy. You know, I've got a girlfriend already in chatting, but I know you.
That's you know what that's not an answer that anybody wants to hear. And Vlad taking Wukong as the last pick.
The hand of blood.
She's listening, isn't she?
Is the monkey of blood? She's listening. Please.
Right, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna blink 3 times.
I'm sorry. Blink 3 times.
Yeah, that'll let you know that you need to shut down the mic. I'll talk to you later. 14 seconds remain. The teams have been set up here. Looks like we got Telanis, of course, coming in from the Chinchito player on the bottom. He's going to be shooting away with his favorite Dark Lady once again. She looks sort of like a night elf.
Yeah, a very tanky team.
The ageless one, right?
Yes, that is true. Very, very tanky team from the Spanish side. The Germans, though, as well. You got the Chognar, you got the Grak, and the Wukong. So it's going to be a lot of frontline action. You know, a lot of protection of the Yorn, of the Natalia, and of the Telanis. It's going to be very interesting to see which carry really goes off in this matchup to really shut down the tanks. You're going to need a lot of armor shred. But let's take a look at what the Spanish side has. We have Zephyrs, Jinnar, Crashed, Arthur, and Telanis.
Yes, indeed. And then over on the German side, Grak, Chaugnar, the two big heavy bodies in front of Yorn, Marksman in the back, Natalia the Mage in the center with Trimax, and Wukong the Monkey King to round things out.
Well, let's see if Spain can get that 2-0 victory, which is what they predicted before the game, or can Germany strike back and bring it to game number 3? That is yet to be decided as minions start coming out. We're getting right into game number 2.
Numero dos, we'll call it in the Spanish language since they are ahead right now. A little bit of attacking in the center here. Trimax trying to get a stab in. No, he's just going to go for the minions. I think that's fine.
Looks like Trimax going to take quicker level 2 with both players. Kind of just feeling to get a feel out. You know, kind of having the same matchup as we had in game number 1 where Trimax was able to put a lot of pressure on him, but the key moment that happened in that game was the middle lane over commitment. Once they got the kill, 4 rotated on the Spanish side to take out Trimax and the jungler, and then push, you know, got the Abyssal Dragon, got the middle tower, and really punish them. That's probably not going to happen in this game. Let's see if they can learn from their mistakes in game number 1. Trimax once again getting a lot of poke damage off on Jinnar.
I like the pick here as well from Alvaro. His hero, Arthur, is actually going to be, you know, Catacombs Arthur. He's got the limited edition skin.
Oh, he does.
Here, as we return to the jungles.
I wouldn't expect anything less from Alvaro.
Oh, no, of course not. Nothing but the best.
Nothing but the best. Well, they're going with some skins this time.
Stab him down with Zach. Making a good play there. You know, he's affiliated with the Alvaro. They're both on Team K, so Alvaro, the CEO, and with Zach, the business development manager of the team. Cheesy duo. Didn't need to use cheese strategies in this game to get the win. But he's hiding right now. Ooh, right next to Laura Loft. Goes in for his few stabs. Can he finish her off?
Oh, with Zach, that ultimate coming out from being the only level 4 in that skirmish just was not enough, as Laura Loft was able to get away. But first blood coming down as Jinnar falls in the mid lane.
Nice stab. Wukong finishes him off. The Monkey King from the Hand of Blood takes blood first. Of course, you'd expect that.
There you go.
Blood, right?
You got
blood.
it, right? He hands out the blood.
Trimax in the center once again. The mage, Natalia, with her little poison serpent
doesn't look
flying around.
You know, I wouldn't take that skin to a private island.
He looks pretty cute, though. The little serpent guy that's flying around Natalia. You know what I'm talking about? The little
Crush
guy up top. Ooh, Crush getting crushed though. Center pulling back. Got a lot of damage off against Laura Loft, but they weren't really willing to attack there with the creeps going down the lane.
Look at that with Zach trying to push it away. Hand of blood, and Trimax going to try to push down Alvaro. Is Alvaro going to get taken out? The heal comes out and Alvaro survives.
Heavy damage coming in from Trimax, but not yet enough to be able to finish him off. And it's going to be a 2v3. The Germans are on the run as they pull back into the bushes, trying to defend here. It looks like Spain thought that they were going to get away and stop pressuring here, and that is going to be a kill for the Germans, turning that thing around. It's a 2-0 kill score right now.
Well, here it is. Stacks, oh no, just gets a little bit too much over commitment and is going to fall. Oop, Hand of Blood gonna come in here with the Wukong with Zach on Zephy's. Is he gonna be able to get away? No! Wukong clobbers him down.
Wukong, the king,
the Monkey
Hand
King.
of Blood gets the second kill for his side. And the Germans were looking strong in the early game. Might be able to turn this thing around and put it into a tiebreaker match.
Yeah, that's true. Germany already getting about a 1.4k gold lead in this matchup. 4 kills to 0 of the Spanish side.
Ooh, 0, very European of you, Chad.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Appreciate that.
Look at, Grok missing the ultimate whiffing, trying to just catch Arthur, you know, taking one step up too close. Would have got pulled in from the Grok ultimate. Tenendo taking a ton of damage here on the bottom side. Telanis and Kresh applying a lot of pressure. Looks like
pushing there, but yeah, not really getting a whole lot off. It looks like Laura Loft still kind of babysitting for Tenendo in the back. Not a whole lot of hit points on him, and she'll need to make sure that he stays nice and healthy to be able to dish out the big damage that she expects from her ADC.
Yeah, with Zach trying to come in here. They might tower dive here. With Zach, might ultimate in Might do a 1 ultimate. He covers a lot of ground.
Again,
and oh no,
though? They've already done that once. Fool me once.
Well,
Shame
Tenendo's
on you.
about
Fool
to
me
die.
Twice. Shame on me. It's gonna happen.
Oh no,
Wizak
Wizak misses the ultimate! He misses the ultimate as Crush tries to come in, and unfortunate circumstances.
Ultimate.
He ultimated the minion, though.
I know.
The minion felt the pain. Not the hero, though.
Maybe next time. Maybe next time, Spain.
Oh. That was what they needed, though. They needed that clear. They needed that tower on the bottom side to really get back in this gold, deficit that they have. They have a little bit of a hole coming out, 1.7K.
It's a race, but they're not winning. Lots of gold stacking up in the German coffers.
Hand of Blood just hanging out here. He's going to go invisible. Is he going to come out? Oh. There's Stacks. He's going to go down. Trimax. Wow. Is he going to ult? Oh, wow. Oh, wait. They're just
super heavy.
I think they kind of just like BM'd him a little bit right there, being like, "You're dead. You're not going anywhere."
He was frozen in stasis. There wasn't anything
as Stacks
that he could do.
falls.
Yeah.
Oh man, unfortunate from Stacks. Stacks tried to do whatever he could.
But he got stacked.
Trimax didn't even ult when he was in that stasis either. He could have, ulted the moment he came out, would have just taken the beam, but
yeah,
he knew he was dead.
Yeah, it was finished off. The Alvaro is still hiding in the bushes. He's going to move out, though. Arthur moving in strong.
Ooh, Wizak misses another ultimate.
Yeah.
He's got to fix his, sweaty palms,
Oh, man. You think that's it?
It might be.
He's got melted cheese all over him.
Oh, well, Spain is going to try to take this Abyssal Dragon. Hand of Blood, is he going to go in for the steal? They got Tenendo and Laura Luft here as well. Who's going to get this Abyssal Dragon? Is Hand of Blood going to come in? That he is. Abyssal Dragon getting really low. Boom! Zephy is with Zach going to clear it out. Tenendo taking a ton of damage, but going to peel back. Here comes Crush coming in. Laura Luft going to get... No!
Wow.
Taken down. Hand of Blood still alive, though.
Crushing this bottom lane. 2 defenders left, but it looks like the Spaniards weren't really willing to commit, and this 2v2 is not shaping out too well for them. Tower stands up. It looks like a little bit more stabbing over there on the right side, gives them a little bit more damage on the tower. That could have been a lot worse for Germany.
100% worse, but Hand of Blood lives with a little bit of health. Trimax picks up a kill on the back end and makes that into a 2v2, 2 for 2.
I don't know if you noticed this or not. Germany actually just got the first tower. Grax sieging in the top lane, uncontested, just managed to break through and tore it down.
Yeah, they didn't need him for that fight, and look at that, he's continuing to push. They're going to lose this entire minion wave now to this tower as Grax continues the assault. Going to take down this tower. Is he going to continue to finish it off? Siege minion does. Oh, wow, the double
down
siege minion.
Grax. That is what Germany needed. Way far ahead in tower and gold and kills. The avalanche has started to form, and the Spaniards are in a tough position, down about 3,000 gold now, more than that even.
Yeah, this Spanish assault on the bottom side, though, they do have the advantage on the bottom. They just need to make sure that they punish. Oh no, Crush! Gonna try to save Talanis here. Talanis going to just throw her 2 into the wind.
First tower for Spain, and they got the dragon earlier. Nice little bit of gold and experience catch-up, but not anything compared to what the Germans got in the top lane. Alvaro having a little bit of trouble, though. Onslaught as Natalia murders him. Death Beam staring right into Jinnar, but Trimax blinks out, and it looks like he'll be able to hold on.
Yeah, Hand of Blood gonna fall as well to Jinnar. Ooh, Tenendo surviving with a little bit of HP at the end.
Chinchetto pulling back, too. The Etos are able to survive here, going back into the jungle for a little bit more golden XP. Chinchetto got a little bit distracted, though. I think he was shooting at 2 different jungle units at the same time.
Yeah, he was getting distracted by Trimax.
He was staring at him.
Just kept staring.
A doctorate in kulolology made him a little bit more attracted to other
Well, he was in the back
on the entire battlefield.
He definitely... Oh! Oh, Zach's going in! Ultimates at one's away, though. Just sneaks out.
It goes in and it goes out. Just
in and out.
Quick. Like a thief in the night.
In and out. At least it wasn't... Never mind.
Make a burger joke.
We're not,
you going for in and out?
I was going to go... No.
Okay. Well, it would not be a good fight if with Zach were to emerge from the bushes here. 3 Germans here. He'd have to get a lot of splash damage in a very short amount of time. Wisely waits for a better inroad here. Hand of Blood going for the Abyssal Dragon, though. An aggressive play, and it looks like Germany's going to be able to get away with it. The first Dragon on their side, uncontested from the Spaniards.
Yeah, no, but they are going to take the middle side lane. Are they going to force a fight as well? Trimax is kind of caught out here. Was Withdraw going to go in? Oh. He's going to hold on to Trimax, but Trimax, the ult from Trimax does a ton of damage as this huge assault from Spain comes in, and Germany is falling. One after the other, Tenendo falls, and Trimax, a 2-for-1 trade there, as Zach, the only member to fall from Spain.
An avalanche of destruction falling down. Spain punishes hard the Dragon claim by Germany, taking that middle tower, and it looks like the game is getting a lot closer now. Spain only behind by about 1,400 gold in total. They'll be pushing mid and bottom as Germany tries to recuperate here. The last two heroes from that last exchange are coming back now. Natalia just respawned, and Yorn will be with us again soon.
Yeah, Grak needs to start grouping up with his entire team. I mean, Spain is just so good at staying all together as a 5-man unit. And as we're watching all these fights, there's just no hooks from a Vive because he's just not there. That Grak hook and ultimate combination could turn the tide, but he's continuing to push with a tanky support unit. I mean, you're not really going to be able to get down that inner tower. He really needs to be grouped up with his team, get the picks, and start a huge push. Hopefully it doesn't end like last game where he hooks, you know, the wrong target. You know, he's going to need to not hook Crushed again.
Avoid hooking the tank if at all possible. Take the support or the ADC in the very back to be able to gut your opponent's team. And, you know, I'm starting to think that Spain actually took some lessons from their non-pro team. The fact that they've been doing so well in these team battles indicates that they really know their stuff. All 5 players from Germany grouped up in this little bush here. It looks like the Spaniards, though, are going north. They're up to the top lane now.
Yeah, that's a full life tower. Actually, look at this. I mean, if you just look at the middle and bottom side for Spain, I mean, they got all of their towers alive.
Hand of Blood goes for a gank against Ginchetto, but guess what?
Is Grak gonna ultimate? In the way. Grak's gonna ultimate in, and that's gonna be a huge pull as Trimax ults as well in the backline. Here comes Crush. He's coming out. Is Trimax gonna fall? Yes, he gets taken out by Zephy's. Alvaro lives, but Hand of Blood's coming for Blood. Alvaro gonna fall to the Wukong. The Monkey King clears out the, what is it, the Prince.
Yes.
It's the Prince.
He's the Prince who pulled the sword from the stone, right? Yeah. Looks like that was a 3-kill for the German side, only lost 1 of their own. And they're going for the Darkslayer now, and Chanton pressing this advantage and trying to turn this game into a win so that they can tie it up with Spain overall in the best 3 match.
Yeah, Spain is now going to be into total defensive turtle mode. They're only down by like 2k gold, but the problem is they have a lot of towers in the middle and bot side of the map. I expect the Germans to quickly take the mid, rotate down to the bottom, and you can't really fight them with the Darkslayer buff being so strong, especially 13 minutes into the game.
Certainly not wanting to do that at all. They're just going to stay back in their own jungle, get a little bit of experience, a little bit of gold on their side, while the Germans kind of figure out what they want to do. They're fanning out, though. Looks like Grak going up to the top lane might be getting a little bit of a jungle of his own, while in the mid to bottom here, Hand of Blood is going to be making his way back to the Abyssal Dragon. This would be a nice time to take it. If the Spaniards try to go in there for the punish, the team fight would almost certainly go on the German side. Unless they can't stick together, it looks like Natalia and Grak are nowhere to be found. This might be a 5v3 in the Spaniards' favor.
Oh no! Oh no! Germany is caught out. Tenendo gonna fall. Laura Loft is going to... Oh, she's running! Chugging away! Crush continuing to chase. Stack's not gonna be enough. The Abyssal Dragon by Hob. Look at this!
Oh, thank goodness. At least he got the Dragon. Not a good exchange at all for Germany. Paying attention to the Dragon, though, got them a little bit of gold and denied that experience for the Spaniards, who are still trying to level up.
They turned that all the way around with that Abyssal Dragon. Completely turned the... Looking at that, it looked bad. 5 versus 3. No way the Germans can get out of that. Only losing 1 and taking an Abyssal Dragon. I would say that's a pretty good trade, wouldn't you?
Sure would. They're going to be pulling back now. The Spaniards not really interested in engaging yet again. Hand of Blood claims a Golem here as he farms up a little bit more buffs and experience in this area. He's already level 15, though.
Yeah, Wukong coming
in the battlefield at level 15, the Hand of Blood.
Correct. Does just not want to throw out that hook, waiting for a juicy hook on either Teleanis or Jannar. If he can land that hook, Germany will easily be able to seal the rest of this game. But, you know, you don't want to hook in this Crush, who is just sitting here.
Chinchetto is isolated. Hand of Blood's going to go for the kill. Gets a few hits off, almost gets him down, but Chinchetto will be able to pull out. Nicely done there, Teleanis with just enough mobility to survive. Loroloff in a lot of trouble though, she's going to be retreating. It's a big team fight in the center here as the Germans are being able to commit to this push. Chinchetto firing away as much as she can. Avive is not looking healthy at all. The tank has to pull back and that's not a good look for the German team at all. Loroloff goes down, the onslaught from Wukong as he finishes off Teleanis in the back. Hand of Blood trying to get some more wins here for Germany, but not looking likely. And he's going to be able to pull off another victory. The recalling of Chugnar not going to work out. Loroloff goes down.
Oh no,
Tinendo,
what are you doing? Oh my goodness, gets caught out there. I guess he thought his controller was something. I guess he thought he had a controller in his hand because he definitely was going in the wrong direction, right into Spain. And just like that, Spain is coming back, evens up the gold lead, and they're going to take this tower. They are going to take a gold lead as Crash tanking the tower. Grack with the pull, though.
Be careful, Serena. You're taking a lot of damage.
Oh, the beautiful pull from Grack gets the kill on Crash.
Executed by the tower, but yeah, it goes down.
Oh, my goodness. Grack going to try to, you know, reset here. Germany really needs to reset. I mean, they had this game, you know, pretty much in the bag and then threw it a little bit. A couple of shaky, you know, engagements. And Spain showing that they are the better team, I guess you could say, as far as the team fighting and the cohesion within their team. I think that it's showing that they've been practicing all week together as a unit, and they're really showing in these team fights.
They have definitely turned it around against the Germans here. With Zach going to recall now. He's got plenty of hit points, but he just needs a little bit more mana to continue up the fight. Moving back. Oh, the Abyssal Dragon went down. Hand of Blood is murdering that poor thing. Plenty of hit points for the Warrior as the Monkey King wipes out a dragon.
Yeah, we have Avive on this Grack looking to get a good pull, but if he continues to not really get, you know, one of those big time pulls, you know, Germany is going to be really in trouble. I mean, with Zach on these Zephyrs, just continues to scale. With the, is it going to die?
Yeah. Oh. Taken out by minions. Ooh. Finished off. I think the Spaniards were caught a little flat-footed there. They didn't realize that they were being pushed so heavy on that bottom lane.
This is one of the closest games we've seen. I mean, 17 minutes in, dead even.
So close. Kill advantage for Germany, but Spain definitely was able to turn it around in the mid to late game, and they haven't given up much at all. Serena about to reach that level 15 mark. Loroloff on the other side in the same position.
Yeah, Trimax is just trying to get down one of those ults, but you know, every single time he tries, Zephy's either ults him or, you know, Kresh comes in knocking on the door, and the pressure's really on Germany right now. A huge hook, but what a talent being used there. Zach coming in. Is Loroloff going to go down? Hand of Blood trying to stay alive. He's going to get taken down. Spain is going to continue the assault. Trimax, is he going to be able to get out of here? The team is forcing the push. They have minions. This is going to be a middle side tower. Already 4 members down for the Germans. They might lose the game right here. Spain is going to push this Nexus. Can Trimax defend the tower? With Zach going in, it's not going to matter. That's going to be a Nexus. And just like that, Spain going to win the matchup 2-0 versus Germany. Did you see this coming, Woody?
Did not see that turnaround, but you can never count out the Spaniards. The fact that they're so adept at these team fights definitely means that they earned that victory there, wiping out the competition. The snow sickle from Grack on the back, not enough to claim victory for the Germans this time, and this is a big hole in their armor now. The Spaniards have finally claimed another win and been able to turn this thing around. It's a 1-1 split now between the day's score overall. The Germans and the Spaniards dead even 1-1, but of course in the final standings the Germans way far ahead in Chatton.
Yeah, they are, but Spain needed that victory and it showed. They must have been practicing all week. Those team fights from the Spanish influencers were on point. They definitely have been practicing and it has been showing. Unbelievable gameplay from the Spanish side.
Wielding their influence to great destructive power. Excellent job to the Spaniards there. Wonderful casting with you today in chat, and I'm Woody, and we're going to be able to send it back now to the desk. We'll have some more thoughts from Renee. What have you got for us?
A second in silence in memory of the German streak. It just happened. It's over. 2-0 for Spain means Germany lost the first match, which wasn't your team. Your team still without a lose, but it is your country. They just lost 2-0 after what I would call the return of Hand of Blood on Wukong. We told them, like, yeah, you should go Batman, all of that, but my dear, that was crazy. He took kills left and right, really tried everything to bring his team onto the winning streak again, but it wasn't enough.
No, it wasn't enough, sadly, but he did a really great job. He put his team like in front. They had like 1.5k gold more after just 5 minutes, so he did a really good job. But I think they had like a lack of team play because Greg was just standing in top lane all the time. So there was also a moment like he was just standing there in a bush for 3-4 minutes. So yeah,
Was it pushing with the wrong hero?
Yes, definitely, because Greg isn't a pushing hero. Greg is more like a supporter, so he should have teamed up more, and I think it would have ended a little bit differently than now. But still, they did a great job, and they did what they could.
Well, let's see. What are your thoughts about the game?
It was a really good game, as we expected. Spanish did really well, because the German team was ahead and they played really good defensively, and they handled to come back, and they, as the composition demands, they played a really good team fight, and they defended really well the Dark Slayer, and I think that's why we win.
The first Dark Slayer went to Germany. We saw the Hand of Blood really tried everything to get the objectives. They got Abyssal Dragon, and then they went over to Dark Slayer, but nothing really came out of that. Why?
I think they had too much respect from the Spanish team. I understand this, they're really strong. And there was like one team fight that changed everything, where Telenas got split and Hand of Blood tried to kill her. I think it was a nice try, but then they just kept on attacking instead of retreating. And I think it was like a big mistake in this game.
Lil, you guys took a big step now forward to DreamHack, because you won your online match, you won the influencer match here, that's 6 points this week. Seems like you're on the road now.
Yes, it's like that. We're on the road to DreamHack and we are really hyped about it.
What do you do now? That means more practice, right? If you really go, how do you prepare for that?
We have to train a lot because we are having mistakes in our games. And I think we need to try hard a little, and let's see if we can handle this.
Now that the streak is over, that's also me. We talked about that during the game. Better the streak ends now for Germany than it does on the final at DreamHack, in case you make it there. Just assume you would. Does it take off pressure of you guys now?
No, not at all. So I mean, DreamHack's like a real big step from now here in Poland, and we have like also to train a lot, like every day and every night. So it's gonna be hard time before DreamHack even, and DreamHack like a way harder time.
We see a Hand of Blood MVP for the German team, and it's Alvaro on the side of Spain. Really, that was one of those games where we see that it is about team play. It's not enough to have one like professional on your team, one that carries the team. It's a lot of weight to carry, and sometimes you need help for that. Is there anything you would have done differently when it comes to picking a hero that could support the carrying of Hand of Blood?
It's a very difficult question, because I think they had a lot of good picks for supporting Hand of Blood, but they lacked a little bit of, you know, taking everything out of these picks. So, but I think the champions were not bad.
Sometimes it's just about how you master your heroes to make sure that you actually get the win. But now we got Paula with the interviews.
Thank you so much, Renee. I'm here with one of the players from the winning team Spain, it's Alvaro, and then on my right, commiserations to Trimax and his squad. Firstly, from you, Trimax, what went wrong?
We trained a lot with Crashed, but the Spanish team denied it twice, and they had a pretty tanky team, which is bad for such a assassin like Wukong, and yeah, that was key for them.
Yeah, Alvaro, from your perspective, what was key? It looked like team composition worked very much in your favor, and those team fights, even sometimes when you didn't go in necessarily optimally, you came out on top.
Yeah, for us, the control in the jungle was the key. So in the first match, with Butterfly, he did really good, and on the second we had more issues in the jungle and we didn't have vision, so we had like trouble at the very beginning, but then in the late game, I think we managed to come back.
Trimax, did you manage to get any tips out of your NPT cohorts, your friends? Because those guys are the best team here in the tournament. Did you practice with them at all? Did you get any tips from the NPT guys on your team?
Just a few tips, like the Arcana and so on, and which items to build, but no more tips, I think.
Okay, and so on your side of things, Alvaro, how was the practice schedule? Did you guys get much time together, or was it kind of like a rush to get here and be ready?
Yeah, we tried to train a lot. I mean, as much as we could. It's very difficult to have 5 influencers at the time practicing, but we did a few times, and of course we try to train every week at least 2 or 3. So yeah.
Okay, Trimax, any final words from you? How has the experience been so far? And what's it like going from being like a content creator to competing here in a fully fledged esports arena?
It makes a lot of fun with this live event here, Arena of Valor. What nice to meet the other influencers. Never met them before. Yeah, it was such a nice time.
And Alvaro, what about you? Any final words?
Yeah, I mean, I had a lot of fun, and for us, I mean, we just try to help our national team winning this match, so I'm really happy.
Yeah, that actually puts, I think, the stands in quite an interesting position, but we will get onto that a bit later. For now, let's head back to Rene.
That's all right. We want to talk a bit about the game, right?
Yeah.
Like, we heard it in the interviews. Yeah, they're on a good straight. They're happy about being here. The German team, let's be honest, straight facts. Are you a bit angry?
A little bit. No, I wasn't angry. I was a little bit disappointed. But I already told them, like before, it doesn't matter if you win or not. We still like you.
Oh, that's cute. Doesn't matter if you win or not, still like you. Any gifts now for your influencer team since they brought you on the way to DreamHack?
I think this night we are gonna need to pay the bill to them because they did really well, and we are on the way to DreamHack.
All right, Spanish NPT team just became Batman because they will pay the bill. We talked about that, but we're done for week 4. We're done and dusted over here in the arena. But don't miss more Arena of Valor action next Saturday. The last time we had to Katowice for the arena event before we go over to Sweden, see the DreamHack final. So next week we will definitely find out who qualify. You should be here Saturday 5 p.m. CEST. See you there.